Okay, what up ladies and gents, it's your favorite Asian robot right here, hopefully your favorite official content creator for the First Descendant, and we are live today for the second part of Monday farming. As you guys know, Monday is a day of a lot of farming, so, well, here we go. Okay. Let me get all this started. Let's do this. Let's. Okay. We're ready on YouTube. We're ready on TikTok. Greetings, everybody. All right. What's today's working on? We have, usually on Monday, we start the week with a lot of stockpiling. Basically, I'm farming a lot of stuff that we're going to need later in the week, so that is exactly what we're doing. Let's get this week started with bang. Hey, Jonathan. Yep, absolutely good. Okay, good. Wow. They are actually going to nerf the Void Erosions. Okay. Wow, that's sad. Because people complained. So that's happening. Yeah. Well, I'll make a video about this tomorrow. I know, it's as long as you have the right build, you'll win. That's what I've been telling people this whole time. Just wait for me to figure out the build. I do that. That's what I do. It's my job. So, Well, yep. People are still gonna be pissed, I reckon. As long as you use my builds, you're fine, man. Well, I think that, realistically, I mean, sure, I could rush it to the stage 30. I don't want to. I want to beat it stage by stage, show people how to do it. I had a lot of content plans, but now, with this nerf incoming, it seems that, yeah, I don't know what to say. I think it's not necessary. It's weird, but, you know, I guess if that's what people want. At the end of the day, I feel that devs will know their own community best.
Oh, the special human child. What do you need?
If you check the official Discord, it's right in there. Let me get the reference for you. It is under the dev series section. Today at 2:43 p.m., Director Joo Min-seok has already stated that they're going to add full public matchmaking to the Void Erosion Purge. So you'll be able to matchmake on any stage. Doesn't really matter which stage, you'll be able to matchmake on it. And they're gonna reduce the enemy defenses, make them weaker. Okay, basically here's what's gonna happen. They've increased the attack effect bonuses for weapons in the Void Erosion Purge to enhance the impact of core growth. Okay. and they are going to, let me just read the full message to you. Over the weekend, the dev team and I had an in-depth discussion about improvements for the Void Erosion Purge, and they'd like to share the results with the community. The Void Erosion Purge was designed as content with the goal of enhancing weapon mechanism through tough encounters. However, Season 2 did not include any defense-related growth elements scheduled for the March update, and the highest stages were intended to be overcome through party play rather than solo play. Unfortunately, this led to an unintended difficulty spike for solo players, making the experience far more frustrating than anticipated. They sincerely apologize to all descendants who may have felt discomfort due to this issue, regardless of our initial design intent. To address this, they'll be adjusting the difficulty of Stage 30 in the upcoming hotfix 1.2.7, making it more manageable for solo players. Key adjustments. Now, so far they've said that they're adjusting the difficulty of Stage 30, so I don't know if it'll affect the lower levels, but if they're just nerfing one stage, then I think it will probably not cause a lot of discomfort. But okay, so that's at least a good thing. Anyway, the key adjustments that will be occurring are the increase to the attack effect bonuses for weapons in the Void Erosion Purge to enhance the impact of core growth. They'll be adjusting the lead monster's HP to improve progression speed, modifying enemy spawns and composition to reduce frustration from unavoidable attacks, including easing the guided effects of certain attacks, and they're going to expand public matchmaking to all stages above stage 25. In addition to these difficulty adjustments, they'll do their best to implement rebalance work for underperforming descendants in the near future. Okay. Cool, so they're going to rework a lot of underperforming descendants as well, which is really nice. But yeah, look, what do I think of it? They said they're adjusting the difficulty of stage 30. So I think that they're only going to adjust things for solo run, at least as far as I can tell. That appears to be what they're doing. But they've only mentioned stage 30. They have not mentioned any other stages other than expanding public matchmaking. So we'll have to wait until the patch notes on February 13th to see what are the real changes. I think that that will be very important. So we're going to do that. And we will talk through things further at that stage. All right. With what has been said about this, I feel that, you know, it might actually be okay. Look, I'm just going to trust what they're saying right now. I'm going to trust what they're saying right now in that they have mentioned that they're going to nerf the Void Erosion Purge, but they're only nerfing stage 30. They didn't say anything about 28, 29, 27. They didn't say anything from 25 to 30. They didn't say any of that. They said specifically stage 30. And if they're only going to nerf stage 30, then that's fair. That's fine. And I think that that's okay. You know, if they're just going to adjust stage 30, fair. You know, stage 28, I had a build in my brain coming up for it. Stage 26, stage 27 is fine. You know, stage 28, 29 will probably need some guidance. But yeah, you know, that's fine. If they're just going to adjust stage 30, okay. If they're going to adjust the other stages, I mean, other than the expansion of public matchmaking, which is the only thing that they mentioned other stages in relation to, then fair. Because that's what people wanted. People did want to be able to matchmake on all the other stages. A lot of people complain about that. They're getting what they want. So that to me is fine. But if the so-called nerf extends to other stages of Void Erosion Purge, then that might demean the challenge that people have craved thus far. But it will also signal that the devs are pushing for this game to be more solo casual friendly. That's exactly what I just read out, Bardo Hunter. So not sure if you're even listening to my stream, but that's literally what I just said, pal. So please do pay attention to stream before actually asking questions. It's literally what I just read from the official Discord. However, as stated in the message, they clearly wrote there it's only going to be stage 30. They have not mentioned adjusting other stages. Also, you read it incorrectly. So if you are unsure in future, do not read out misinformation, do not spread misinformation. Wait until I make a video about it, or listen carefully when I talk about it on stream. Okay? Because I did already just talk about it. Everybody in chat just heard it. Okay? Misinformation is the one thing you don't want to spread, Mr. Bardo. And I have banned people for spreading misinformation, and I'll happily do so again. Do not ever do that. If you are unsure of what you're saying, if you're unsure of what the information you are giving out is, either ask the streamer for clarification or pay attention to stream in case I've already discussed it. Okay? Thank you. Now, coming back to the point that I was literally just discussing before being questioned about the exact same point that I just discussed. Look, if all they're saying is that stage 30 is being changed, then fair. You know, like I said, fair is fair. But if they are going to change other stages, then I say we wait until the patch notes on Thursday. I will go through them as I always do, and then we can discuss them in more detail at that point. Okay? I think it's too early to even understand what they're going for, because do not forget these devs are Korean. It could be a mistranslation when they translated it to English. It could just be, you know, people jumping the gun. We don't know for sure. So I say we wait and see. Let's see what they're planning. Let's see what they're going to overhaul. Because as far as I can tell, this is exactly what people wanted, and people are only getting what they asked for.
Let's end this. There's no getting away.
Mr. Bardo, I'm not going to answer any of your questions because I don't think you're asking me any sensible questions at all. So I'm sorry, but I'm not going to talk to you. Plain and simple. Until you get your information straight, because I don't know where you're getting all this random ass information from, but until you get your information straight, I'm just not going to talk to you, sir. Okay? If you want to ask me for my opinion on anything, come to me only with sensible information. Ask me sensible questions. Ask me actual questions. Of course my videos have helped, okay? Because I'm here to help the community. I'm here to talk about real information, not random shenanigans. So, Mr. Bardo Hunter, if you don't want to be treated like an outcast, then from now on, please make sure that when you ask me a question, ask me a sensible question. Don't ask me nonsense. Okay? There's no such thing as low-level cores at higher level. In fact, what do you even define as low-level cores? Like, what defines a low-level core? There's no definition for a low-level core. If you're asking about the range of rewards, that's a completely different matter as well. Alright? But once again, I'm not going to attend your questions until you come up with more sensible things. And again, please pay attention to stream. Alright? If you want to be a part of this community, you want to have a good discussion with me, then be sensible in your chatter. Now that's over for the YouTube folks. Welcome to all the TikTok folks coming into chat as well. I hope you guys will enjoy my budding TikTok channel. Thank you for watching me on TikTok, for those of you. YouTube folks, don't forget to like and share the stream. Anyway, regardless of what changes are coming, guys, don't you worry. I'll have the build videos set up for you guys, and if they do adjust things, well, that'll just mean that the builds will be a lot easier to work with. Hey Phil, how's it going? Now, keep in mind that they have not said anything about adjusting skill power. Alright? So, I want you guys to keep that in mind. They are not adjusting skill power, so you still probably won't be able to use Ines to clear the higher difficulties, or at least not willy-nilly. Like, she will still be able to do her thing, but she's not going to be super OP, which again is a good thing, which is what we want. Obviously, we don't want Ines to just solo everything by herself. No problem, John. Fair enough, Frieza, that's okay. And if aim assist is bad for console, then just turn off aim assist. That's what everyone did. Last time I remember, now, I don't know if you were here around that time, but during launch, people already mentioned the aim assist is annoying. So what they did on this game is that they all turn off aim assist. So yeah, that's how everyone plays this game. Again, not 100% sure if that helps you out, but just turn it off if it bothers you that much. You should be alright. Yep, that's pretty much what everyone on console told me. Now, I don't play controllers or anything because I'm a mouse and keyboard kind of guy, as you guys know. But so far, everyone told me when playing this game on console, they just said, Asian Robot, man, I just turn off aim assist, man. And hey, Burnsy, what up? Now, y'all, please don't forget to like and share the stream if you haven't already. Same goes for TikTok people, same goes for the YouTube people. The more y'all like and share, the better. Let's have a good time. This is an S. Same character I'm using. She is very good for farming stage 27. Now, of course, I died multiple times while I was chatting with everybody. But an S is very good for stage 27 of this. She's an excellent AoE farmer. So, whenever I need stuff done, I just come here. Yeah, she's a new Descendant. She was recently released, I think, January 16th. She was basically the new hot topic because she is the best character out of literally everybody. She is even a faster farmer than Bunny, so yeah. Played properly with my builds, of course, which are on YouTube, she can do a devastating amount of damage. I'm going to be farming this for a little while because I always like to start my day with a little bit of core farming. So yeah, if you want to see her gameplay, just check this out. She'll basically destroy your frame rates because of how fast she's spamming her abilities. It's great. Well, if Bunny players are going to leave because of an S, then, you know, look, it's kind of tit for tat. In the past, Bunny players used to be the ones that sort of trolled everybody by being the fastest farmers. Now they get trolled by the NS people. It's a cycle of life, man. That being said, I mostly, when farming, play solo so as to not impact upon others' gameplay. Because I do find that if you go into party play with, like, one of the super farmers, people get upset with you. Unless they need you. Alright, in those defense missions, if they don't see an S, usually they'll leave. Because they know that they're not going to get their farming done fast. In the past, they used to leave when there wasn't a Bunny or Freyna, which I find very amusing. So, like I said, it's all the circle of life. Well then, Mr. 1982 Frieza, that is unfortunately a skill issue that I cannot bridge no matter how much advice I give you, pal. I'd give you more advice if I could, but that's all I can do for you. But welcome everybody to the show. Don't forget to like and share the stream, yeah? And for those of you on TikTok, I do have a gift goal, but it's a very small one. If any of you want to do that, I don't mind if you do or don't. I'm new on TikTok. I'd rather you just follow and watch and enjoy the show. But yeah, welcome everybody. Now, with relation to the nerfs that are upcoming for the Void Erosion, don't grab your pitchforks and torches just yet. Like I said, I will go through the post tomorrow in a little video. And I will explain everything as needed. Yeah, a new follower. Yay! Here, have some claps. Yes, another new follower on TikTok. Good. We're slowly growing stage by stage. I like that. Although I only started on TikTok a couple of days ago, you know, growing faster than I ever did when I streamed on Twitch. Of course, YouTube is still the fastest growth I've ever experienced, but I gotta admit, TikTok is pretty good. I'm liking the fact that I have both platforms. Icarus Wing, actually, if you look at the testing I've done, it was in a previous video, but I did go over it. I actually stopped using consumable drop rate, and it didn't seem to affect my drops at all. At all. So I actually stopped using consumable drop rate entirely because for these void cores, I actually had a better drop rate without using consumable drop rate.
Damn it.
Yeah, there is in the official Discord, Kimone. They appear to be going to nerf stage 30. Now, that's what they've said in their post. I don't know if it'll apply to other stages as well. I will have a video covering this entire post tomorrow, and we'll see what the public thinks of it. It is a very weird interaction, but it is what it is, you know? I'll link you to the video once I'm done with this run here. I kind of can't link you in the middle of the run because, you know, I'll die. No problem, Kimone. I know that a lot of people would probably want to ask about this, probably want to discuss about this.
Load. Let's end this. My shield. Damn it. Bastards. This is where it ends.
I'm farming stage 27 right now. Stage 27 is honestly one of the best farms because you can do it with an S. And since I already have a powerfully built an S, right? Although she struggles a bit with stage 26, stage 27 is actually practically a free farm for her. Mostly because the enemies have lower hit points than other stages. Because other legions have much higher hit points. So she actually does okay here despite the nerf to her skill damage. Stage 26 is like practically a free farm. So it's really, really good.
You can't escape.
Stage 27 is bearable. It's only stage 26 that you have to kind of get past, and it's easiest with Gley and the Albion Cavalry Gun. I'll have to cover the nerf tomorrow instead, but I was going to release my build for that a little bit later, and I was going to do my proof testing, but now that the nerf is incoming, there's no point in talking about it until the February 13 nerf, and then we can go over all the builds then. But yeah, we'll see how things go.
Loading. Begin tracking. There's no getting away.
I actually do it with Gley instead, I'm Matthew, because Haley sometimes runs into ammo issues. I mean, it's up to you whose guide you want to follow, but if you want to follow my style, I would say Gley is the way to go. I'm actually going to use Gley because the rocket launcher seems really good for stage 28 and 29. I was planning on going rocket launcher Gley, so that was my plan. And I can demonstrate stage 26 after this with my Gley build, but yeah, basically it depends on whose guide you want to follow. I don't know which creators you generally follow, but if you follow me, then Gley is the way to go. And I feel that Gley should be the one to be used. If you have your rocket build done for Gley, then Gley is easier if you follow my Albion Cavalry Gun build. But unfortunately, I can't release it tomorrow because tomorrow I got to go over the nerf now. So I'm going to wait until the nerf hits. Then we'll probably talk about my builds after that. So if you're willing to wait, then that's fine. Like I said, because tomorrow we talk about the nerf, day after I could probably release the build, and I guess we'll go from there. Jordan Smith, if you actually look at my nest build for Defiler, I use Dangerous Ambush. So if you want to know, right, check the build videos that I use. I wouldn't panic about the nerf just yet because so far, according to the official information, they say it's only stage 30 that's getting changed. None of the others, so. Now, sorry, let me go get that video for Kamon. Here you go. It was this video where I talked about more efficient void core farming. I actually did a lot of testing work, and it goes over a lot of stuff that tells you previously how to farm void cores efficiently. It's no longer valid, but if you just listen, now you don't have to listen to the whole video, Kamon, but if you listen to the start of the video, I do mention that I actually got like better drops without consumable drop rate increase. So that changed a lot of things. Yeah. So even now, I don't use consumable drop rate. I use MP recovery in combat. Works a lot better. Now, I'm going to swap over to my Gley for a second because I know a lot of people are very interested in this. If you guys want to see it, you can see it right now. So all you really need is the Albion Cavalry Gun. You have that, you're pretty much good to go. You can even use an extendo with the Thunder Cage. If you guys don't know how to build an extendo, I've already got a video on it, but it's very easy to do so. Once you build what you call an extendo, an extended magazine, your life is pretty much easy. So here we'll go to Void Erosion Stage 26. With Gley and the Albion Cavalry Gun, it's pretty much a sleepwalk. You can actually do it faster than you would with Haley. A lot of people are using Haley for this. I actually use Gley, and you can do it faster with Gley. Yeah, for those that have the skill issue on stage 26, now I passed stage 26 with an S, but it was like a 9-minute, 56-second clear. It was really on the nose. So I was really lucky. I actually failed 4 times, because I did it all on live stream. I failed 4 times and finally succeeded later on. But yeah, here you go. Here's a live demonstration of what's going to happen. All right. When you're using the Albion Cavalry Gun. Now, we'll farm this a couple of times, because what we're going to do is we're going to have some fun with this. All you got to do is activate your abilities and start pumping out the ammo. Oops, sorry, my inversion's wrong. My apologies, 1 second. You need to set your inversion correctly. My apologies for that. Before you actually use this, make sure your inversion is set correctly, because I had it set for Legion of Immortality. Forgot to check. Typical problem. I should have checked, but yeah. I mean, if you think that way, Faded, then by all means, you know, close your eyes, close the stream, don't watch. Okay, here we go again. Now we've changed the inversion reinforcer to be chill rounds. And you're going to need that because you actually need the additional damage. And it drastically affects your final. Even if you have a perfectly built Albion Cavalry Gun, it drastically affects your final damage. So you do need your inversion reinforcer to combo properly. Alright, so when you want to do this with my Gley build in future, all you're gonna need to do is just turn on your abilities and blast. Now we're actually gonna do some testing today, and I plan to do some testing on this, which I'm gonna finish in a little while. So you're gonna see me do this a couple of times. Yeah, it's available on PS5. It's called The First Descendant. Mr. Brayan. Give me a moment to type it for you. There you go. Now, occasionally you are still going to have to reload. That's only because what I like to do with Gley is I absolutely love going ham with sharp precision shot on this. Now, it is optional for people. Some people don't like sharp precision shot. That's on them. I like to go absolutely ham with it, so... And Gley can reload cancel just like Enzo can, because this is a machine gun. So you reload cancel past 50%. Basically, you can double your reload speed. And it's really effective, as you can see. So used correctly, you can go through this real fast. Oh, if you like to shoot your guns, Gley is the character. She'll ricochet nicely on all her shots, which is beautiful. And basically everything gets stunned, so you can just stand in combat and nothing's going to happen to you. Which is really nice. Yep, the game is called The First Descendant. It's fully free to play. Just download it and go. Do I play any other games? Keep watching my TikTok and you'll catch a lot of stuff. I'm a Grandmaster in Marvel Rivals. I'll be playing Monster Hunter Wilds. You might even see some Kingdom Come Deliverance on my YouTube channel. That one's going to be exclusive to a video, so look forward to it, yeah. I play a lot of different games, friends. But it's all about whether or not you want to enjoy it. So stick around my channel, and not only do I offer the best builds for most stuff on YouTube, I like to showcase good games. There you go, more followers. Nice, good. I like to see that. Where's the last dude? He's like hiding behind this wall. There he is, he's dead now. I hate it when that one Vulgus decides to hide in a corner.
New subscriber detected.
Oh my god, there was one Grenadier just standing here. What a nerd. See, the ricochets will stun everybody on Gley, and you can just go ham. Here we go, here we go. I usually just gun at the elite, kill them first, then get rid of the shield dudes. And it just works. Reload. Again, go for the elite. Look, everybody gets stunned. It's beautiful. Now, even if you get blasted with a bomb, they're usually so damn strong that it doesn't really matter. You can also make yourself even more dangerous, if you're willing to, by taking the inversion reinforcer that just restores health naturally for you every 30 seconds. That one's so strong with this. You can go absolutely crazy. No, this is the First Descendant. Warframe does not have characters that are this beautiful. Honest answer. Of course, a lot more people like Warframe, but hey. Do I stream on Twitch? No. What's the best gold farm music? It's on my YouTube channel. Just check my video. I've already shown everybody what is the best gold farm. Have you seen the recent video on it? If not, check my YouTube channel. The Albion Cavalry Gun is absolutely worth using for the Void Erosion Purge, at least. It is basically the anti-Legion of Darkness faction gun. It is specifically designed to kill the Legion of Darkness, which I absolutely love. Sorry, going for the Storm Warrior first. This guy's the most dangerous, so we're going to kill him. Basically, you can look at the timer, those of you who can see the full game using the horizontal perspective. If you just look at my timer, you'll see that I am ahead of schedule. Even though Gley looks like she's clearing slowly, she's actually clearing quite fast. That's the best part about this. It only looks slow on paper, but if you actually examine how quickly we go, you're actually going at light speed. And that's what I love. It's absolutely, absolutely awesome. Going up high for a sec. And the Albion Cavalry Gun, because it functions as a machine gun, feels like you're firing a GPMG hipfire, which is really, really nice too. I love the way this gun fires. It feels really good. Oops, sorry. There's one enemy that's alive left there. That's just some random minion. If you trigger the skill in midair, you also avoid the whole animation lock, so that's really nice as well. And that allows you to sort of move and shoot freely. Because if you're on the ground, you're sort of animation locked for a second before you can actually start firing. It's like, well, that's actually less than a second, but it's still annoying. So sometimes I like to be up in the air when doing it. That way I can start shooting straight away. Kill the elite first, then kill the shield dudes. And you're pretty much good to go. Reload in between areas. And you're already at the last area of this whole thing. Just like that. With plenty of time to spare to actually kill Gremoth. Now, where this build is weak, and where in general any gun build is weak, is actually at the boss. Because here, I'm killing multiple enemies thanks to the ability of this to ricochet, which you're seeing there. So you're getting the extra ricochets off the enemies while focusing on the elites. So it is more of an, like, practically an AoE gun, which is really, really nice. But it is a bit weaker against the boss, and I'll show that to you guys really quickly. After I defeat this last guy, the boss is going to spawn, right? He spawns up there. Okay, so when you're actually shooting against the boss, here's the big problem. The boss doesn't have any special considerations. So, let's say I'm just blasting. I can stay at whatever distance I like while going ham at the boss. But take note that there's no stun on him. So because there's no stun on him, you know, he's just going to be shooting back at you. Now, a lot of the other enemies, they can't do that because once you stun them, they cannot shoot back. See? Once I stun them, they're actually not actively shooting me anymore. But this does not apply to the boss. So you're going to want to be careful with that. even if you love going ham with this gun. That being said, with Gley, you can stack the damage in some pretty unique and interesting ways, so I do like that. And it does give me a lot of freedom. But just be careful about the distance at which you do this. And if you see him throwing grenades or, you know, coming close to you, you probably want to avoid the boss. Yeah? That's about it. There you go. I've got about 2 minutes, 30 seconds left to spare. So this is a lot easier to do. For anyone that's wondering what the game is, it's called The First Descendant. Download and play for free. It's enjoyable. Music, if you haven't found the gold farming video, it's literally one of the first few videos when you go to my channel. Here you go. Now I can link you. No problem, Donnie. That's what I'm here to do. As an official creator, I am here to help everybody. So make sure you're always tuning into my channel. That's the best place to be if you want real information. If you want unreal information, there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of misinformation you can get out there. No, you can grind for an S. You can grind for every descendant in the game. Like, usually when a new character comes into the game, if you check my live streams around that time, now I wasn't streaming on TikTok at the time, but I always farmed the character. I farmed an S in like 5 hours, dude. It's really easy. After tomorrow I've got to cover the so-called nerf, because I think people want to have a discussion on that. So it'll be the next day's video. So not tomorrow's video, but the day after. I can happily showcase this. I'm still working on it though, so I'm going to test a couple of different things today, which I'm going to do right now, and then we're good to go from there. Yes, more followers, good. Don't forget to like and share the stream. It's nice having activity on 2 channels, so I apologize if I can't keep up with the chat. I'm trying to keep up with both channels, both YouTube and TikTok at the exact same time. It ain't easy. Kyle, I only built him up in the past, but I wouldn't bother making Kyle right now. Look, focus on Ultimate Bunny, then go get all the other Ultimate Descendants. Don't worry about Kyle and the rest right now. I built Kyle during a time when there was not really much content, so I built him for fun, but he's not competitive right now. If you really just want to build him for fun, you can do so, but I would really suggest building up all the other Ultimates and all the key characters like Haley, Ines, all the most so-called meta characters. I hate saying the word meta, but you want to build them because they're the most useful for content. Gley is well included. You might want to build her first. Ultimate Gley, I mean. You know, these are all good options, and I suggest you build them before you build the others, because the others might not do so good. Now, they have said that they're going to rework all the underperforming Descendants and whatnot. I don't know what they're going to do and how much they're going to do in regards to that, but we'll see. As weird as it is, right? And as much as I hate it, I kind of like one thing about this gun. The way it vibrates when it shoots. Like, it just feels like I'm firing the heaviest damn gun in history. Reminds me of my time in the army. Now, forgive me if I don't instantly respond to chat. I've got to concentrate for a bit, but I'll try to respond to as much as I can. Alright, so bear with me. You are using a gun build. Never use Massacre. Massacre is absolutely useless. If anyone claims that Massacre is good, you can laugh in their face. I've never once used Massacre, and I would never use Massacre here anyway, because for all this content, skill damage is reduced. So anyone telling you Massacre is good, you can just laugh at them. Don't bother wasting their time and whatnot. Right now, gun cores are really important. Gun cores don't affect the ultimate ability, which means Massacre is even worse than it was in the past. Gun cores are the way forward for gun build, and gun Gley is the way to go. In fact, a lot of gun builds are going to be really, really strong right now thanks to the cores. Once I've got time, I want to work on all of them. But I will say it straight, don't waste your time doing all the silly things with like Massacre build and whatnot. I tested it already. Ultimate weapons are not affected by weapon cores. You can see this very clearly on Haley's Zenith. if you power up Zenith, if you power up Piercing Light with additional rounds per magazine, like I've got 78% extra rounds per magazine or whatnot. I tried it out. It's not gonna work for you. Alright, you will literally not be able to do shit. It will not increase the amount of rounds you have for Haley Zenith, which means that the ultimate abilities are not affected by weapon cores at all, which is annoying. Therefore, Massacre and whatnot is going to be absolutely useless, because it will not take into account weapon cores. I'm just messing around with the Transcendence right now to test what actually will give me the best clear time, but I think the Transcendence genuinely don't matter. Or at least it shouldn't matter for this type of content.
Will not be. Damn it.
I mean, since the Transcendence don't matter, you can literally do anything you want with the Transcendent. I'm just, I'm currently messing around with with Mass Sang, but I'm not even going to use it. I'm just having it in there just to see what will happen. I want to see the effect of whether Predator's Instinct is actually helping me or not. Because last I remember, Predator Instinct doesn't actually assist that much. Now, it does work for the Albion Cavalry Gun, but I think the results are not that good. So I'm just trying out different things and seeing what works before I publish the final video for you guys. And for those that are looking forward to other games, make sure you keep up with both streams tomorrow, because I'm probably going to stream something different in the morning. And then I'll stream, because I might actually do Marvel Rivals tomorrow in the morning and then do something different in the evening. That's my plan anyway, but I'll see. I haven't really thought about it yet. I might still do more First Descendant tomorrow. I will think hard, and then I will decide tomorrow. But if not, then I'll probably play other games later in the week, because Monster Hunter Beta is this weekend again. And for those that missed the previous beta, you want to hop in on this one. Why? If you are interested in monster hunting type games and stuff like that, yeah, you might want to try out Wild, see if your PC or console can handle it first. And then, you know, it's going to come out later this month, and I'm going to be on that shit.
All my senses come alive.
There's one more. There he is. No problem, Matthew.
Will not be.
Always happy to help the community with real information. That's what we do here. I stand strongly against misinformation, nonsense, all that kind of stuff. I'm here to only provide accurate, real information. So far, I have to say though, I'm pretty sure Predator Instinct
All my senses.
will be slightly better. So when running this, you will probably want to run Predator Instinct, because I'm finishing this faster with Predator Instinct than I am without. Ooh, damn. This is the first Descendant, yeah. That's the name of the game. Doing good, Butcher. How about you? Aw, crap. Used the wrong ability. My apologies. Didn't mean to do that. I love the ricochets, though. Yeah, I think Predator Instinct's better overall. The damage is higher. No. It's not pay to win at all. You can literally farm everything that you want. The only people that buy stuff are stupid people. So if you think that it's pay to win, then, you know, I don't know what to say to you, but I've already proven this entire time that it isn't. So your choice, man. The only people that tried to say it's pay to win are the people that were very worried that this would take their game's top spot, which I knew it wouldn't anyway because it attracts its own audience. So, yeah. It's up to you what you want to believe. Your choice, though. At the end of the day, here's the thing. Even if you pay for the character, your base character is weak as shit. I think what the dude over there is trying to say is that, you know, you could buy everything in the game, but you actually can't because you still have to farm up all the resources to get your modules set. You have to farm up cores, which you cannot buy. You have to make your cores stronger. You have to get your core binders, and if you don't have the technique to actually play the character, doesn't matter that you own the character. Sure, you'll be able to stomp low-level content until you realize you actually need a build. And where do you get the builds? Oh, on the #1 free-to-play channel. That's mine. So, you know, choice is yours. Working in a restored relic, nice. I've already got mine ready, but I want some more cores before I go in and, you know, smash that. That's why I'm currently farming some cores tonight. Like, today is just a major farm session. Monday is always a big farm session for me. So that's my plan. But yeah, I'm now more satisfied with this build. I know exactly what I want to do, so I'm doing good. You know, there used to be a gun called the Columnus machine gun. Columnus auto gun. Alright. I love that in Dark Tide. Now this feels exactly like that. Now that I think about it. Literal laser beam.
All my senses come alive.
And it increases your movement speed. Brings a whole new meaning to the phrase run and gun. Stay there for a bit, sir. There we go. Oh, Icarus, I appreciate you saying that, but the guy who was asking is on TikTok. They can't see the chats that are on YouTube. So that's the unfortunate thing about streaming on 2 platforms. People on one platform can't see the chats on the other platform unless they go to the other platform. I only spend on cosmetics in this game. I love my characters to look good with the drip, but I don't spend on anything else. No point. I don't want to be like those other content creators that buy their power instantaneously. Even then, theoretically, all you can buy is the catalyst. You still have to figure out the build yourself. I take my time. And I like to show people the F2P pathway. Even so, I'm only like 1 or 2 days behind them in terms of the videos. Well then, Val, you better start questioning what you're hearing because it sounds like you're listening to the wrong people. You should only go for information, FYI, from official content creators or official sources like myself. If you choose to listen to unofficial sources, well, you're going to have a bad time and you may miss out on a great game that you're going to enjoy. But like I said, choice is yours, man. We're all chill. We don't really care at the end of the day. if you listen to other people, or you listen to the wrong source, and you say, my god, this game's pay to win, I'm not even gonna give it a try, then, well, you're the one that misses out. That's all we're saying. I do play that, yep. I'm Grandmaster there. Heh, Brenna. Well, Mr. Butcher, I'm using the Albion Cavalry Gun for Gley right now. What do you think this character is? Do you think I'm playing Haley? No, this is Gley. This is Gley. This is Vampire Mommy right here. Alright? Seems like you're the one getting worked up about this, Mr. Val. All I said, and literally if you paid attention to what I said, was that it sounds like you're hearing things from the wrong sources, pal. Or you're believing things from the wrong sources, in which case you're going to miss out on a great game. So why are you so hung up about this? I mean, you're literally hanging out at a First Descendant stream, screaming at me like, you okay there, pal? It's okay. I know my characters are too hot to see properly, Butcher. But yes, this is Gley. That's how I'm using unlimited ammo. And the Albion Cavalry Gun works for her, but the problem is that if you spec into a Gley build for Albion Cavalry Gun, you cannot spec into a Haley build for it, because Haley uses a different build for it that makes it very, very powerful and very, very deadly. But Haley has her own build for it. Gley has her own build, so you have to choose. You either go one way or the other. Unless you want to build two Albion Cavalry Guns, which I do not want to do at this current moment. So, yeah. And the sad thing is that both variants are mutually exclusive. So, if you go down the Gley road for Albion Cavalry Gun, you cannot go down the Haley road. Because Haley requires a much larger magazine to take advantage of the fire rate and all that. So that's the thing for Haley. Whereas Gley just doesn't need to care. Gley can just go full on into the fire rate, which is absolutely stunning, and I love it. So that's what I've gone down, because I feel that, like, look, as much as I like Haley, and as much as I like gun builds for Haley, I feel like Gley is truly, truly where it belongs, you know? But worst comes to worst, I'll build a second Albion Cavalry Gun, which I could do if I wanted to. The build will be on my channel at a later time, Vibes, so make sure to keep an eye on my YouTube channel. It'll probably be the day after tomorrow, because tomorrow I gotta cover the upcoming so-called nerfs for this game mode. I need to set the record straight, because I know a lot of people will be making some clickbait content about this stuff, and I really hate misinformation. So I'll deliver it day after. You have my word on that. Yep, 8 hours per catalyst, but that's why I do it free to play. I spend my 8 hours, well, 7.5 hours. I spend my 7.5 hours and I show people it can be done. You know, I get shit done. But I will say one thing, this is the first time in a long time that I've actually enjoyed farming in this game. Normally, farming is kind of boring. It's not exactly the most fun experience, and I usually rely on having a nice chat to have a good time while farming, because it seems a little too boring. But you know what? This is genuinely the first time I've actually enjoyed farming, and it's all because, like, there's a goal for me to work toward. So now I'm just chilling. I'm like, I have a goal that I want to work toward. I can have good chats with people. Life is good right now, actually. I'm having a great time. No problem, Butcher. I'm here to help. Because I'm a badass like that, you know? I should fix my inversion reinforcer properly. There's a little something that you're going to need for the boss fights to help you survive, and I almost forgot about that. Ines falls off at stage 26. She's useful for stage 27, but stage 26, she will find it quite a struggle. So that's why I published stage 1s to 25. I'll do this separate build for stage 26, day after tomorrow. Then I will work on stage 27, which is an S-Gen. Then stage 28, 29, very easy. The game is called The First Descendant. There you go. Let me fix my inversion reinforcer for a second. Now for this one, right, you can use heightened sensory cells, but Gley actually makes use of this one because every 30 seconds you can just restore massive amounts of hit points, and it's great. Yep, enjoy fish. It's free to play anyway. Nice to see more viewers on my TikTok, though. That's really nice. Someday I'll start getting gifts on TikTok, and it'll be great. Then I shall finally make more money, and I can relax. No, it's available on PS5, Xbox. Go have fun. Hey, new follower. Woo! Greetings, Leon. Good to see you. Thanks for all the likes, guys. Yep. Stage 27 is actually, like, honest to God, in my opinion, it's designed to help people farm. So stage 26 is like a wall for people to overcome. But once you get it right, don't you worry, you'll be all good. Just like me.
Loading. Will not be interrupted.
Hey Joe, how's it going? Ooh, I was stuck there for a second. Ah, they're up there. Whoops. Warframe characters aren't this hot, bro. But the games are very similar, so that much is true. It is fun to play if you don't mind. It's just, like I said, if you don't mind gunplay, it's just go in there and shoot people dead with the GPMG. Feels great. I don't know what a big 25 is, but I do enjoy First Descendant. I don't know what the hell a Wisp is, but is that a Warframe or something? Honestly, I haven't played that game in 9 years. I just had no interest. Like, I played it around the launch time, but not beyond there. Well, hey, as long as you guys enjoy what you guys enjoy, right? Whether it's Wisp or whatever. By the way, for anyone confused about the chats, I'm talking to both YouTube and TikTok at the same time, so if you're wondering who the hell is he responding to, I might be responding to somebody on the opposite platform. I can see both chats. I've got them all, like, squared up, but those of you on the individual platform would only be able to see the individual platform chat. So, and also concentrating on games, so apologies if I miss any chats, yeah? It's never been this busy before, but it's a good sign. It means that, hey, finally doing decently. Yep, this is the Albion Cavalry gun, pal. If you want to complete the higher stages of Void Erosion, you're going to need it. This is your anti-Legion of Darkness weapon. I built mine specifically to kill Legion of Darkness, nothing else. I'll use other weapons for other enemy types. But for the Legion of Darkness, this is your weapon of choice. I built mine for the Gley version. There is also a Haley version, but it depends on which one you want to spec into. At a later time, I might make a second Albion Cavalry gun for Haley, but I really don't want to at this moment. Because the Gley style, although it's slightly weaker, for me it's more suitable, at least in my opinion. But don't forget, you all have the freedom to choose your own way of doing things, so adjust in accordance with whatever you want to do. Yeah, 28 will require its own build. I'll be making the build for that at a later time. So just keep your eyes open and more stuff will happen. But I'm taking it slow because I farm everything F2P, which means that, you know, I play the same number of hours as most F2P people. And I farm slowly, get everything prepared, and then I showcase to you guys how long it takes. And then finally, when I'm ready, then I publish my build after testing. Right now, I'm just doing a little bit of testing on stage 26, making sure I can get very consistent results. Thus far, the results seem very consistent, so I'm pretty happy with that.
I smell death.
Whoops.
Must have got my guard down.
That was a little bit of wrong positioning. No, my first time dying here. But that does happen, so it's normal. One death probably shouldn't complicate things, thankfully.
Will not feed.
Toothiest Wolf is correct on that advice. But why are you asking about Freyna? If you don't mind me asking, I'm very curious. Anyway, I believe I did not use cooldown in my guide video for Freyna, so Leon, just check my guide video and follow what I use. Don't worry about what other people say or what other people are doing. Just follow what I put in my build video. As long as you follow what I put in my build video, you'll be fine. You do not need anything else. Perforator is not exactly underrated for this, but you are basically going to ruin your Perforator making it for this, because quite frankly, I believe it's got a lot of potential as a Colossus killer, rather than using it here. But you can use Perforator for this if you want to. Like I said, you are just going to ruin your Perforator, though. I'm using all rank 10 cores, but not perfect rolls. Because, unfortunately, making the rank 10 cores is expensive, and trying to roll a perfect roll is unbelievably expensive. Since, unlike previously, you couldn't directly farm the rank 10 cores unless you can do stage 30 all on your own. So, I'm not there yet, so I'm just using imperfect rolls. But even with imperfect rolls, it's more than enough to overcome this. I'm just ensuring consistency. Like right now, I only have one priority, making sure I can consistently clear this. Even with deaths, even with problems. I need to be able to consistently clear this, and then I'll publish it to the people. So this is what I usually do before making sure that I hand over a build. I actually will test multiple times multiple different ways, multiple situations, make sure it's all perfect. You can absolutely do that, chat, if you want to run in a squad. Like I said, at the end of the day, it's your choice what you want to run, what you want to do. But I will prefer to do things in my own way. Like, if you want to follow that creator, TY, by all means, go ahead and do so. Like, there's nothing wrong with that, and I have no doubt that the creator has probably made something specific, because right now what you can do is you can create a weapon that is specific to a faction. So you can literally make a weapon that is designed for Order of Truth, Legion of Darkness, all like that. I just don't want to ruin my perforator because I use my perforator for Haley. If Haley's comes back, or skill damage comes back for a later Colossus or whatever, I don't want to ruin my perforator because I'm gonna have to rejig my perforator or make a second perforator just for that. So a lot of creators will find different ways to do things, but you got to be very careful with that kind of thing, because at a later time, I've already used my perforator for Haley. If I were to restructure that perforator away from Colossus into dealing with this, which is factional damage, I'm gonna have problems. So, nah, I died twice during that run, so it wasn't flawless. That being said, it was a decent enough run, but I'm trying to make sure I get perfectly flawless runs, make sure that my technique is right. And that's also what we call stress testing. By putting a build through multiple tests, not just one, you get to see the full spectrum of how it performs, how often it fails, all that kind of stuff. As long as you avoid failure, then I'd say the build is solid enough. Like, I've done several runs that are way faster than what I did earlier, but a lot of it comes down to how you're testing your builds, luck with crits, things like that, because we're not using Haley, we're using Gley. So that changes things, unfortunately. Since Gley does not have 100% crit rate with this. But she can do a fair amount of damage, so I'm not too worried on that. I always run the most efficient Descendant for anything, but right now I'm just trying to figure out the solo style aspect of this. Because I feel that that's the most important. Like I said, I'm pretty sure that that is correct. So you can be happy about it, Leon, but just rather than asking me, just reference the build videos, because I might forget. That's the problem. Don't just ask a streamer, and you shouldn't need to ask a streamer. Rather than that, Leon, just take a screenshot from the build video, from my build video, and then just follow that. Because as long as you do that, you'll never go wrong. But if you sometimes ask me, I may forget. Alright, and that's a risk that you're taking, because I'm human as well. So just be very careful with that. The best reference is always the build videos. That's why I just send people, I just tell them, if they ask me about reactor rolls, I just say, look, just go straight to the build video, check what I got, and follow that. That's all you got to worry about. Don't worry about the rest. Don't think about the rest. Just follow the videos. Of course, that's what I do, and that's the difference between my channel and all the other crap channels out there. I mean, like I said, people can always follow those channels if they want to. It's their choice. But they are taking the risk. Buyer beware, you know? That's why half the time people follow that stuff, it doesn't work out for them, then they come back here and complain to me. And I say to them, why did you bother following them in the first place? Did they do their stress testing? Did you see how much work that they put into the build, or did they just throw you something on YouTube and said it was great after showing you one perfect run? Because anyone can do that. I could go and get 48 hours of footage right now and then clip one perfect run and show you guys that and say this build works. Like I said, it's up to each individual what they want to do, but hey, it's buyer beware out there, pal. It was the same thing, like before I showed the consistent technique for Defiler, everybody just clipped their one perfect run of Defiler, and people weren't able to get it consistent. Then I showed my technique, and then all of a sudden everyone's using the same technique. All of a sudden everyone's showcasing the same technique. Oh my. Funny how the turntables. Gotta always be logical, man. If you're not logical, then you're just weird. I like logic. Logic is logical. But no, I think it's just being sensible and professional. I mean, I do this for a living. For the one who asked on TikTok, oh, sorry, for the one who made that comment on TikTok, I do this for a living, so I like to maintain professional standards. I know there's no governing body for YouTubers. I know that people can just put up whatever they want, do whatever they want. But I would like to be a professional at my craft. I don't care what other people do, but I'll do it professionally. Now, after this run, we're going to change something slight in the build. Just make sure that we are getting everything correct. Because as nice as it is to fire this gun, I want to make sure that I really do get perfect results for everybody. So we're going to do that. Just make sure that I'm not missing out on anything.
Loading.
Also, don't forget your reload cancels, especially with Gley, because you don't want to be wasting the extra seconds reloading when you don't have to. I mean, this is my way of working, this is my way of providing for my family, so I treat this like I would my actual job. Used to be an accountant beforehand, so I do this the same way, you know? I treat this like I'm a professional. I hold myself to standards. Doesn't matter if anyone else doesn't. I'll hold myself to those standards and make sure I give you guys the best product.
Will not be interrupted.
At the end of the day, I want to build trust in my community. I want people to know that, sure, I'm going to be slower than everybody else out there. I'm not going to throw you a video day one and lie to you that something's the best. I'm going to go through the whole process. Even if my video is 4 or 5 days later, I'll give you the real results. Well, the Defiler is caked with an S because she was literally designed for it. Well, if you go glass cannon enough. But regardless of what activity it is in the game, everyone will always find the most efficient way to do it. And that's what I do. I find Ines the most efficient for Defiler, so I do that. There are other ways, but I refuse to do them because I don't find them consistent and efficient. Same thing here. I mean, I could use Haley, but I feel like Gley would be the most efficient and consistent. I could be wrong, of course. But so far, so good. Work ethic's the only thing that helped me succeed because, you see, I'll let you in on a little secret. Did you know that you can buy views on YouTube legally? You can actually just go onto YouTube and hit the promote button, same as you can do on TikTok right now. I could pay $26 right now. I think that's the price they showed me on TikTok. And it'll actually promote my stream to more people out there so I can get more followers and viewers. That's literally what TikTok advertises. So you can buy your views, you can buy your following, you can buy whatever you want. I don't want to do that. I want to actually make money. So how do you actually make money? You got to grow an organic following. That means people that actually care about your content, people that actually are willing to pay for your content, even though it's optional. You know, some people will, just to support you and keep you going, which I'm very thankful for because my community's been amazing about that. That's what I do. I want to build that trust. I want to build that community. So how do you do it? You got to grow organically, which means no clicking that promote button, even though it's the easy way out. A lot of people do. A lot of people do. Now, Spicy Shaman, I'm sorry I didn't answer your question earlier. This game is fairly easy to learn, yes. But you have to follow the right guidance. So if you weren't here at launch, you might need to go all the way back in my videos, take a look at the Ultimate F2P Survival Guide, things like that. My YouTube channel has a lot of those guide videos, but there's a full playlist of like 200 videos. You don't have to watch them all, but I would suggest watching a good majority of them. That'll teach you. Bookkeeper, huh? Not bad, not a bad profession. I was a full-on accountant, so I handled more than just the bookkeeping, but yep, I enjoyed it. It was fun, but I just couldn't stay in the corporate world. It was more a me issue because I have problems with how I handle certain things. I do not like the way certain things are handled. Let's go with this instead. I think this will be better. Yeah, a lot of people complain about the ammo problem, but Gley covers it, which is why I literally decided to go Gley with this one. And I think it works better. You do need to fully enhance it. Yep. Always make sure that you fully enhance the unique ability. It is absolutely necessary. Never half-ass any gun, build, or whatever. You gotta full-ass everything. Alright? Never half-ass things. You gotta whole-ass things. Okay? That's how we do things here. We whole-ass it. We don't half-ass it. You put your whole booty on the thing. Okay? That's the way. Oop. Sorry. Accidentally hit the wrong button right there. Almost half-assed the button. Now, as you guys know, the Albion Cavalry Gun, or in case you don't know, don't worry, it'll be covered in the video. The Albion Cavalry Gun has no weak point damage. Ooh, new follower. Yay! That's right there. Yeah, new followers. Woo! Good. My TikTok is growing. Someday, just like YouTube. I'm planning like in a year. I'm actually going to get paid for my TikTok streams just like I get paid for my YouTube streams right now. So it's going to be good. Thank you guys for moving me along the journey. Well, thankfully you can just farm Defiler. Defiler runs don't take too long. As long as you're following my build, 24 seconds, 26 to 24 seconds. But if you're on controller, it might be different depending on the type of controller you got. Some people have mentioned that to me. But yeah, he's not too bad, so you'll be alright. I had to build the Albion Cavalry Gun because I literally didn't build it before this whole thing. I only just finished building it, just finished leveling it yesterday. Now, farming all the shenanigans to make it just a little stronger. But I'm not going to strengthen it now. Like, for now, it's good enough for Legion of Darkness. I've literally built it as an anti-Legion of Darkness weapon. So that's what I've designed it for. Now, what I'm actually also going to do is turn the Restored Relic into a major Order of Truth killer for the Void Erosion Purge. That's my plan for 28 and 29. Like I said, as a Haley main, I don't want to touch my Perforator. Because I've got perfect rolls on my Perforator, I am not touching the rolls on that bad boy. They said I think they brought the keyboard and mouse support already, but I'm not 100% sure on that. So forgive me if I did not know, but I thought they did in one of the recent updates. So they might have done so already. I would say test and check. Or if you're unsure, just ask in the official Discord. Actually, that was, well, why not? That's actually something that we talked about earlier this morning during the morning stream, and I firmly agree. I actually think that if you're playing in a party, there should be more rewards than playing solo, because that way it encourages people to actually form parties and actually play the game, you know? Thanks, man. I'm glad you think I'm legit. A shame they did not include PS4. But what I will also say is that if you're gaming on a last-gen console, you might want to move up, because games are only going to get, you know, more and more optimized for later end stuff. And gaming is an expensive hobby in this day and age. I know cost of living is ass as well, but if you want to be a gamer, you got to make that sacrifice. I'd say if you're on a PS4, hurry up and upgrade to a PS5 Pro or whatever the latest version is. You'll run into a lot less problems when you're doing stuff. Just a word of advice, because otherwise it gets frustrating sometimes. That is a good answer, Toothiest. Support for PS4, yeah, is most likely going to slowly die, unfortunately. I think that they will have to tend to new players more than the hardcores, because, to be frank, Chad, the hardcores make up a minority of the player base, and a lot of people are very vocal about how difficult this game is. So, I talked about it this morning, so for those that missed the morning stream's big discussion, one thing which we have to understand is that at the end of the day, this game has yet to find its true identity, you know? And eventually this game is going to find its true identity. But for it to find its true identity, it needs to make a sacrifice. It needs to understand what it wants to become. If it wants to lean hard into the so-called run and gun style, Chad, then what they're going to do is they're going to go down more of a Dynasty Warriors style pathway, in which case they're going to focus more on enemies being easy, but you're chopping through millions and millions of enemies. You know, like Lubu just going crazy with a spear. Like, they could do that. But if they want tougher, more meaningful challenge in their content rather than hack and slash, then what they're going to have to do is they're going to have to start introducing mechanics. We talked about it this morning, but a cover system like Gears of War has, that'd make a lot of sense in a game like this. Look, I could use any of these pillars for cover, couldn't I? I could do this like full-on Gears of War style, peek out from behind cover while shooting Vulgus rather than just standing behind this pillar. I could use it for cover, peek out the left and right hand side. Now the bombardments would force me to move, but I could have a button that just lets me take cover, you know, and then act accordingly.
Loading.
No, it's not in a build video yet. This is currently undergoing testing, Void. Once the testing is completed, then I'll release it to you guys. I'm currently making sure it can perform consistently in this current difficulty, which is difficulty stage 26. So once I'm certain that it can perform consistently without problems, then I will release the video. I never release a video before thorough testing. So same answer to you, Dorian. I am testing it right now. Exactly. I think it's going to be about 2 more seasons before they even really find their identity, so I'm not even going to worry about it. A lot of people forget that this is literally their 2nd season. The game is not even a year old. It'll be a year old at the end of the 3rd season. At the end of it. Not at the start of it. Start of it's going to be 9 months old. So this game has a lot of growing to do, and it's still got a long way to go. So we'll see. We'll see. I was wondering why I kept running out of ammo, even though I triggered my... even though I triggered my thingy. There you go. Even as a content creator, I can still be silly. New follower! Wow, we're getting a lot of new followers on TikTok today. I'm happy with that. I hope you guys will catch me on other games as well. I play a whole variety, so hell yeah. Look forward to Monster Hunter Wilds this weekend. Look forward to more Marvel Rivals. I'll play some of that too. It's all the good stuff. No, I haven't beat level 30 yet. I'm going stage by stage slowly, to be honest. I want to show people the way. Go stage by stage, make sure I can clear it, and then have fun. But yeah, I think the Predator Instinct is definitely the best. Now let me catch up on some of the chats that I missed. You only build Ultimate Bunny for now, James Blonde? Love the name. But yeah, you'll want to start focusing on descendants like Ines, all the other Ultimate Descendants. A safe bet for those of you that are thinking about what content to do is focus on the build videos that I put out. Work on the Ultimate Descendants first. And of course, the top tier Descendants, like the ones you see me use often, Gley, Ines, Haley, Enzo. You got to have all that built up and then you're good to go. I haven't beat it yet, no. I will beat it in future, but I'm going stage by stage. Right now, I'm just working on 26. Because I need to ensure that I perfectly test everything. Which I'm doing so right now. This game is called The First Descendant. And once I have my stuff done, I will showcase it. I'm Mastery level 27 right now. I don't really care about Mastery because there's no additional benefits. Yep, pretty much. Toothiest Wolf is reciting everything that I've always recited. Gley actually does it faster, Joe Jimmy. But yes, the Albion Cavalry Gun is what carries. It's not Haley herself. In fact, Haley runs into ammo problems at times, unless you're going to use an extendo. So I find her a lot more troublesome to run than Gley. Gley clears it faster, actually. We already did the test in our own Discord. In our private Discord, we already did the testing, and yeah, unfortunately, Haley is slower than Gley. Gley is actually faster, which is why I'm leaning into Gley, because Gley is also great with Restored Relic for the upper levels. Now, I haven't finished testing that yet, but that's the next stage of what we're doing. I'm just perfecting it first, and once I've perfected what I want, then I'll go to the upper stages. This is why I do some rigorous testing, make sure everything runs smoothly and perfectly for the people. Then I give them what they need. I don't care about beating everything ASAP, especially if it requires some extra work. That's my style. I only care about most efficiency, so I do my thorough testing, then I release. I've already cleared up to 29, I just haven't cleared 30 yet. But I cleared 29 with the help of other people, so I want to do it solo now. Like, my focus is, okay, I want to get everybody through things solo. So I'm just going Mr. Solo Dolo. I know they meant for this to be cleared in teams, but yeah, I have no interest in teams. Screw that. If I can't solo it, I don't want it. Solo is the way. Besides, nothing will ever be more fun than manually controlling the recoil on this gun. The cavalry gun is definitely nice for this, but what I will say is that I've designed mine for only one faction. I literally spec'd mine specifically for one faction, so I refuse to use it for the other factions. I could, but I don't want to reroll. So I'm gonna make mine do only one thing for one faction, and that's it. Full frost, man. You can't just use the stun effect here. Like, if you don't run full frost, you aren't even gonna tickle these guys' hit points. The raw gunpowder of this is not enough. I've got full frost plus frost on my core rolls as well. So it's doing a swimming fantastic job. Anything new with the game? If you haven't played in 6 months, then, well, lots of new Descendants, lots of new content, lots of new stuff to do. But, well, it's up to you whether or not you want to play. Look, a lot of people always ask me if there's other stuff or things like that. I just say, look, you gotta ask yourself why you left in the first place. If it wasn't your sort of game back then, it's even more grindy now, so it probably won't be your sort of game now. They've eased the grind in the earlier stages for the earlier stuff, but there's, like, endgame stuff to grind now, so there will always be grind. So if you don't like a grindy game, this may not be for you. Yes, it'll freeze them. But the only thing I'm concerned about is the stun is good enough. What I'm really concerned about is killing power. That's why I'm focusing so hard on that. Because I like being able to absolutely wreck their face. Especially the Vulgus Panzers. Wow, lots of followers today on TikTok. Holy crap. I'm slowly getting better. I'm almost going to be a real content creator now. Hey, more people following. Yes. Yes, follow me. That is true. That is true. I mean, I really want to play Path of Exile, so.
Will not be interrupted.
Man, why'd I have to run out of ammo there? Damn Panzers. I was being all panzery. The other nice part about the stun is being able to use it to reload your ability, so you can go back to having unlimited ammo. By the way, I was recently taught that fun little trick. Do you know that if you grapple and you shoot, you maintain your momentum while grappling, which is hilarious to see. Because your character just gets launched forward. What's new since then? Like I said, new characters, new endgame content to grind. There's too much for me to summarize, so if you don't keep up with my patch notes videos, I can't help you. You can actually go through, back on my YouTube channel, go through the patch notes videos, but if you're looking for a summary, too much to summarize. So my apologies on that. You can download it and give it a try again, but choice is yours. I but bring the horse to water. I do not make it drink. How much chill have I put on the rolls? 2 rolls. The third one I ran out of core, so I just put firearm attack on it. I really should have gone with more chill, but it's fine, you know. It is what it is. Putting the third chill on it is straight up something I should have done, in my opinion, but yeah. Ran out of cores, because trying to roll 4 chill in the first place was a pain. I kept getting like all the other elements other than chill. And it was like gold rolls of the other elements, but not chill, so it was pretty rough rolling. I had really bad RNG luck with that. Gungrave Gore is the gun build, so this is the gun build. Slightly modified, Jonathan. I'll update it for this particular run at a later time, so all I ask for is some patience. That's the unique ability of the Albion Cavalry Gun, Goofball Steve. So that is solely the unique ability of the Albion Cavalry Gun. The Albion Cavalry Gun's unique ability is that when you hit a target, you inflict mark onto them, and whenever you critically hit the marked target, it increases its own critical hit rate, but whenever it critically hits the marked target, the bullets will ricochet to 3 other targets. So it's not bad. It's pretty decent. That's why if you keep re-rolling your one gun, Toothiest Wolf, you're gonna suffer a lot. That's why I don't want to re-roll my one gun. I've just made a specific gun for this, and there you go. Yeah, there's, like I said, there's been a lot of changes. Lots of things get buffed, adjusted, stuff like that. So, what I would normally do with games like this, depending on your playstyle, Goofball, is that what I'll do is I will play a game like this, and when it gets boring or I run out of content, I'll keep myself updated on the news about the game by following a trusted creator. So you can follow me in my news videos. You don't have to watch my videos on other stuff while you run out of content. But basically, that's what I do, and then that way I'm always up to date with what changes happen. Or if I see changes that are good, then I come back and play for a while. Because quite frankly, this will always be here, and there will always be changes. So, yeah. You kind of got to stay up to date with it, or you'll fall behind. And then once you fall behind, the worst part is feeling overwhelmed by the changes and just not feeling the instinct to come back at all, which is what happens to a lot of Warframe players. Warframe would actually have double its current player base if people, like myself included, didn't feel so overwhelmed trying to get back in the game like right now. Like, I played it years ago, and I'm talking years and years ago. But if I tried getting back into it a couple of times, but I just felt, nah, I can't. Too overwhelming. Too much to do, too much is thrown at me right from the start. I can't. So yeah, this is kind of one of those games, and a lot of progressive games suffer from this. You really have to keep with the progression. But yes, many unique skills have changed for a lot of weapons, stuff like that, so like I said, don't know when you left, but if you ever want to come back, there's a lot to catch up on. And thankfully, right now, it's not too overwhelming. Well, listen, that's like I said, depends on who you trust. I don't do videos like that. those people who followed me as a, like, because I'm an official creator, obviously, we have rules that we need to follow. So those who followed me never had a problem. Those who followed the wrong people, the wrong teachers, well, they all quit. That's why I'm still here to this day. And I still make tons of money playing this game, so I don't need to go anywhere else just yet. That being said, I will still be shifting for Monster Hunter because, yo, that is what we've been all waiting for, so that's gonna be my little vacation. I'm still gonna play TFD in between, but that's gonna be my vacation, I'll tell you that much. There you go, thanks for following me. I stream every day, so look forward to it. May not always be TFD, but I stream every day. Anyway, like I said, you don't have to worry about clickbait videos here. I make sure everything is tested, checked, and I only spit facts. I am, in fact, not allowed to lie to my audience anyway, so even if I change something in my build video, I'm not allowed to say, oh yeah, you know, this is a small, minor change, so I haven't put out a change. No, I'll actually have to update it either in shorts, TikTok, whatever, or a full-on YouTube video if the change is major. Like for Gley, this will be a relatively major change, so we're going to adjust a lot of things. Damn it, I hate the small guys hiding behind a little box. That's super annoying. Any luck on the grind? Grind's good. No problems. I'm just thoroughly testing this build, making sure it's consistent. So far, it seems pretty consistent. So I'm pretty much going to finish up here for now, and then go grind other stuff, because I need a lot of other things as well. Namely, gold. So we're going to go do some of that.
All my senses will come alive.
I was letting my brain fight on autopilot right now. I think I've got it down pat, so once I share this with you guys can do the same thing. I hate that random arcade shield. I should really bring a Voltia to break that, but I'm so lazy. Whoops, died. But that was mostly because of poor positioning. Still got 3 minutes, so it doesn't really matter.
It's all over.
Yes, you do have to farm Defiler, and you should. Defiler's a daily farm anyway. You can do it easily with an S. Get the right stuff and you're good to go. I'll tell you, the frames when firing this gun is so weird. He's done. Okay, good. So far, so good. I'm satisfied with that. Now, I'm gonna work on this stuff first. That'll all be for much later on. I mean, I already have my nest for farming Defiler. I don't need to make a Gley for that. I will when I've got spare resources, but right now, farming F2P, resources are scarce and limited. Unless you play all day, but, well, like I said, I do play other games as well, so I don't have time to dedicate just to this. Now, speaking of good old Defiler, I'm going to do some Defiler farming, as I always do. And then, funnily enough, after my Defiler farming, I'm actually going to go and farm the, Alright, let's go. Ah! I forgot to change my inversion reinforcer. Whoops! Ah well, this run should still be okay.
Keep trying. Reloading.
There we go. Let me go readjust my inversion reinforcer. I gotta remember now to actively do that when I change activities. Well, it's all a part of the process, Deadly Raver, because you're going to need one for Colossi still. Colossi are still important. And you're going to need one for, you know, all the other jazz too. So I would say don't sweat it too much. You're on the right track. It is, you know, something natural anyway. I mean, for me, it's just a, like, I don't hate him or anything. It's just a nice little daily chore. And I just go in there, do a couple of runs. I'm not even aiming to do a lot of runs. I'm probably just going to do like 20, which doesn't take long. Just gonna spam 20 quick runs. It's like a minute a pop. So easy peasy, clear the runs, get lost, get out of here, skedaddle. Then I'm going back to gold farming. Gonna need some extra gold to make all those cores work.
You can't escape.
And again we go. As I always say, again. Winter Soldier style, you know. But man, today was pretty fire. Very nice to see lots of people coming in on TikTok. Nice to see my YouTube crowd still supporting as well. It's great. Don't forget to like and share the stream, by the way. Feels good. I like it. So, got a lot to be thankful for right now. Got a lot to be thankful for. We're doing good. Oh no. But that was literally my fault because instead of positioning behind him, I was in front of him. Because I was too busy checking stuff. That's what you get for overconfidence.
Keep trying. You can't escape. Bastards.
No.
Begin tracking. This is going to sting.
Oh, he does that from time to time. But the only reason I hate this spot is because some of my rewards go off the top, off the side. Almost said off the top rope, off the side, yep. Anyway. 'Tis a-okay. We shall keep going. Okay, let me quickly adjust a few things. Let me put it back on. Hyperfocus. I still remember when we tested that. Anyway, back in. By the way, for anyone that's wondering, I got a free key for Kingdom Comes Deliverance 2. So I might play that at some point when I've got a bit more time. And I've also got some upcoming jobs for... I've also got some upcoming video jobs. We're still in negotiation on the price, but if those go through, you know, I'll have a lot more content to bring to you guys as well. People always do be phoning up the robot, and I appreciate it. I'm always very blessed and lucky with opportunities. So, gotta thank my lucky stars, you know.
You can't escape.
Okay, 1 second before I restart, because I just realized my phone is out of bat. Gotta get my power bank. I tell you, my phone is misbehaving today. But there we go. Let's carry on. Let's Tim Curry on. Oh no, I was a bit delayed. Haha, still made it. Alright, let's beat up this nerd. Through your legs.
You can't
This
escape.
closer, so I'm gonna just shoot that.
No getting away. Keep trying.
Wait a minute. Oh, okay. For a second, I had a moment. I was thinking, did I actually use the wrong element? But it turns out I didn't. Paper crab, what up? How's it going? Hey, Foxy, what up?
My shield. Come here. No. This is going to sting. Keep trying.
Oh, look at him. He went nasty mode.
Begin tracking. Reloading. D.
New
Russ.
Super chat received.
Thank you as always for the kind super chat, my friend. I appreciate that. You know, I'm very grateful for the continued support. It's going good. Today my TikTok popped off for a little while, so yeah, it works well. SL, I only use what's most efficient. She's most efficient for Defiler. I don't have favorite descendants or any kind of nonsense like that, because at the end of the day, you can have your favorite descendant, but if it's not useful for the activity, then it's a waste of time. I just use whatever is most efficient. Ines just happens to be the most efficient for a lot of things. If other descendants happen to be more efficient for other activities, then absolutely I would use them.
Keep trying.
Just like how Gley is one of the most efficient for Void Erosion Purge stage 26. Always just use whatever is efficient. That's the way to go. And that's what I do. And once again, D. Russ, thank you, my friend. It is sincerely appreciated. Let me just add the D. Russ man there. Always got to have his name there. There you go. Got to add you to the list. You're welcome, SL. In this game, don't ever worry about favorites. All you gotta do is just build up all the different builds that I build, and you're good to go. You always gotta have enough tools in your toolbox. You know, I was caught out because I didn't even have the Albion cavalry gun. Now I have it. Now it's built up. Okay, I got some, you know? And that's what we do. That's what we do.
Begin tracking. This is going to sting. Keep trying.
Fair enough. Even if they made Blair an ultimate Blair, though, Toothiest Wolf, would he actually be useful? That's the problem. Hey, Figs. Hey, Lawbreaker, what up, my friend? How's it going today? Well, you follow my build, you'll do this just as easily. I've not only got a build out, but I've also made a full tutorial on how to get consistent runs with this guy. Even occasionally you might fail, but, you know, it's very occasionally. You can actually kill this guy very, very consistently most of the time. Just do what I'm doing right here, and you're good to go, see? Very simple, consistent kills.
Keep trying.
Well, I mean, you might get him next season. There's been some serious talk about Ultimate Blair being the next Ultimate Descendant, but I'm hoping they actually buff the dude. Because right now, the problem is they haven't buffed the dude. Like, if they actually bother to buff the dude, then that'll be a very different situation, but they haven't. That's my freaking issue. You know, if they actually bothered buffing the dude, it would be great. Well, the Void, all you gotta do is follow my technique. But, again, some people say that my technique is hard to execute on console. I'll go through it with you guys, alright? Look. Let me show you a full proper play. So when the match first starts and you're grappling toward him, right? You cast your second skill. Why? This can sometimes trigger your pest control buff. Now, this assumes you already have the build. If you don't have the build, make sure you get the build, okay? Now, with my Nest bossing build, all you gotta do is that start behind him and walk through his legs. You don't even need to run through his legs, just walk through his legs and you're good enough, right? Then walk around the edge of this puddle. Alright, if he goes into frenzy early because you did too much damage to him, that's fine. It happens sometimes. Don't sweat it too much. Just keep damaging him and try to stay behind him as much as you can. He's gonna puke some poison at you, but if you stay around behind him, you can avoid the most serious effects of his frenzy and still knock him down. This takes slightly longer than if you knock him down naturally, but that's how it goes. See? Like that. Now, this is if I actually pay attention to the run. Most times I don't care. End up getting killed. But if you do care about the run, you want to do it very consistently, then you just do this. See, the thing is, it might not, Toothiest Wolf. They are certainly looking at underperforming Descendants, and I think that that's where we want their attention focused. If they actually genuinely look at underperforming Descendants and change their mindset, maybe we can get something done. Okay, got 1 buff on pest control, 2 buffs on pest control, good. Start behind him once again, alright? Like I said, just walk through, or you can even walk around the right side of his leg. But yeah, stay on the edge of this puddle pool while aiming and shooting. That's it. And once he's knocked down, what you do is you just go close, not close enough to get the poison debuff, but that's it. Okay, once he gets back up, try to stay as close behind him as possible. Behind is the right way. Alright, stay near the booty, and there you go. Done. Alright, and you can just repeat this consistently. This is exactly what I taught everybody in my tutorial. And you just get good at it. You just practice and do it over and over and over again. Probably day after tomorrow, because tomorrow I got to talk about the nerf coming for the Void Erosion. I saw the announcement by the Discord today, so tomorrow's video is gonna cover that announcement, and I will talk about it. Skill cooldown and skill duration, Joe Jimmy. That's all you need. You don't even need a reactor that's the correct element for her, because she doesn't use any skill-based damage. Now, this will change if you're going to use Explosive Life. So if you're going to use Explosive Life, which is a perfectly valid playstyle, you will need a reactor that has skill cooldown gold and skill duration gold. Alright? Both very important. Just walk through his legs like I just said. Skirt the edge. I like to go towards the right-hand side if I can. I find it easier than the left-hand side. Skirt the edge. Try not to get hit by the slam, because you're going to have a bad time if you do get hit by the slam. Assuming you've got some resistances, you won't straight up die. But if you don't have resistances, you might straight up die. So just be careful of that, and there you go. I do have toxin resistance here, gold, so yeah. Of course, Bunny build is the first build that you'll build. After that, you can build Ines, you can build Haley. I recommend 3 Descendants: Ines, Haley, Enzo. These 3 are your big 3, and you're going to need them for everything. Also build Gley. Gley after you build the big 3, because Gley will be necessary for Void Erosion Purge based on what I'm working on right now. So once you build Ultimate Gley, you're good to go. Don't build regular Gley. You can build regular Gley just to get the mastery for her, but you're still going to need Ultimate Gley eventually. Alright? So this is what will help you guys, and this is how we do it. This is how we do it right now. By the way, on the leaderboards, we still can't see builds yet, right? Because I want to actually check some of the builds on the leaderboard. I want to prove whether or not they're legit. First Descendant better hurry up and start showing us what the leaderboard people are doing. Because I think we should, you know, much like an accountant would, you know, we need to conduct an audit here. We need to actually see what the top leaderboard people are doing. I don't know about you, but I want to cross-check their work. I want to actually sit down, make their build, and see whether or not it'll work. Because it makes no sense to me that, you know, the whole purpose of the leaderboard was to study the best builds. The director actually said that, you know. Yeah, I know it's a bug right now, but it seems to me the devs are mixing up their priorities here. What the devs need to show is that the devs need to prove to us that these people are legit. Replays would be great too. I want to be able to see their best work, you know? Well, I'm not going to accuse anyone of cheating. I don't really care, but at the end of the day, I want to cross-check their work. I want to do audits on these people. Because if they're really going to tell me that their builds are the best, then fair enough. I'm going to hold my hands up and say, okay, you're the best, you're the greatest. But you can bet your bottom dollar that as soon as I get the chance to audit these people, I will. Because that's what I used to do when I was an accountant. And the whole reason people don't like me is that I will check things. I will double check your work. I will cross check your work. I will make sure that you guys end up in prison if you do the wrong thing. Because I don't like misinformation. I don't like cheaters, and I don't like people that use exploits. I'll happily hold my hands up and say, fair enough, if you can prove to me that your build can really do it. Sorry, Joe. One thing which I'll say is that please do not mention any creator by name. Okay? I have to deny that, because no matter what we do and say, whether positive or negative, do not ever, okay, mention a creator by name. What it can do is it can cause drama. It can cause problems. All right, so here we have a very strict policy. As a professional creator, never name a creator by name. You can say, oh, well, I know this particular creator has been live, you know, but they're doing with a super min-max group or whatever. That's fine. but you actually name the person, anything I say afterward can be taken as comment toward that person, whether I like the person, hate the person, blah, 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 blah. It gets into this whole mess of mud, all right? And I prefer that people can't run with whatever I say and pretend that it was about them, even if I'm not talking about them, etc., etc., so on and so forth. So, yeah. Hope you guys don't mind. I don't even think this game has, like, I know Nexon has banned some cheaters, but I don't even know if this game has, like, anti-cheat or whatever. Because prior to leaderboards, people were cheating in Colossi. Like, there was this one cheat where somebody was, like, effectively running Sharon, but she could, like, one-shot a boss, which was impossible. Even now, it's theoretically impossible, so, yeah. Somebody actually promised me they'd show me their Sharon build for doing, like, really, really awesome damage to Colossi. I do want to experiment with it in future, for sure. But they never came back to me, so I'm like, bruh. Bruh. I think they actually did. I think they actually did, Joe. But we'll see. Like I said, for me, I'm just going to be chill about it. You know, I'm not going to care. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just going to do what I do. And eventually, once I get the chance to actually audit these builds, I'm going to focus on auditing the solo builds. Let's see who's real and who's not. But thank you for respecting my policy to not name creators. Quite frankly, there's a lot that I dislike for, let's say, hidden reasons that I won't tell you guys about right now, because it's not worth the drama. Yeah, it could be a speed hack. There's a lot of different hacks that they have in this game. Unfortunately, that's how it goes. With PvE games, hackers tend to get caught a lot less because the thing is, last time hackers used to get caught a lot due to root content. Now hackers don't get caught much because they can just solo content and they can turn on their hacks. They're not going to affect anybody, right? So they turn on their hacks, they're not going to get caught, and then off they go. Like, that's what a lot of people have been doing. I've seen it happen, but, you know, them's the breaks. But yes, the first, in fact, the funniest initial hack was the Lepic hack, which I found very amusing. I think here it's also a permanent ban. It's not even for like 100 years. It's just straight up, you're not coming back. But a lot of these guys that do that, they've got throwaway accounts, or, you know, they'll just buy accounts from other people, depending on what they like to do. Some people like to just, you know, they do it for the thrill. There's a lot of different types of humans out there. I don't think too much about it. Like I said, I don't care who's a cheater or not. My job is not to police that. My job is to ascertain the veracity of the builds. That's what I want to do. I want to actually audit their builds so that I can say, this is real, this is not real. That's going to save people trouble. And also, from the knowledge perspective, we might get more efficient builds. Sure, I build builds that I say are efficient, but there's other people out there who might have more knowledge. Peer review is the right way. Why shouldn't we be able to see other people's builds, share our knowledge, and share the, and do like, pretty much treat it like science, you know? Treat it like science. Do peer reviews. See like, okay, is this build really legit, you know?
You can't escape. Begin tracking.
Not really take their build, see if I can improve it. I want to improve the builds that I make. And even if I were to use their build, I'd give credit. So I am very cautious around the word take their build, because it sounds like I'm gonna take it, publish it as my content, which I wouldn't do anyway. Wouldn't fly in the scientific community, but yeah. No, I never do. The dev live stream is at a very awkward time for me, so I usually never tune in. Pretty much, Shane. That's exactly what I want to do. Sounds like a good plan, Jonathan. But you'll have to see what kind of your max frame rate your console can get. I know that for a lot of games, consoles are pretty much the maximum you can get is 60 FPS, and you're not actually going to get anything beyond that. Even like no matter what monitor you have, you're literally going to get 60 FPS. So yeah.
This is going to sting.
Well, I hope you do though, John. Yeah, but I'm just saying you probably don't need a 240 hertz 1 millisecond gaming monitor. You would actually get a much cheaper price, practically half the price, going for 140 hertz 1 millisecond gaming monitor. That's pretty much what I've got, and I'm actually going to go for the same thing because 120 FPS is, yeah, because it's just way too expensive for me. Oh, nice. Hey, if you got a great deal, then that's good.
Begin tracking. There's no getting away.
Fair enough, retroplastic. I know nuts about consoles, so I'm happy to hear that the PS5 can do better. That is also true. Future-proofing is good. Future-proofing is always great. NS players spam the second skill before the boss to trigger pest control. This is all explained in my video about getting these runs consistent. If you haven't seen that video yet, I'll link you right now. Alright, that's the tutorial video. It explains how we do these consistent runs and make sure that they're always consistent. That's why players do that. So if you haven't studied all my videos, you might want to do that, Demonic. Yeah, here's the link. Study all my videos, you'll get a lot stronger at this game. Fair enough, retroplastic. Fair enough. For me, since I'm right in front of my monitor, I can never stand the bigger screen sizes. Since my monitor is right in front of me, it has to just perfectly match my field of vision. And that's what I do. That's what I go for. Anything more than that, I cannot. I literally cannot. I will literally struggle. It has to be exactly within my field of vision. That gives me the perfect way of handling things. Okay, now let's go see how many phase disruptors I have, because I'm building a whole bunch. Yeah, I thought about the curved monitor, but I realized that as a streamer, I've got another screen here, I've got my main screen here, and when I'm playing competitive FPS, I want everything within this field of vision. I don't want to move my head. I only move my head, literally, or jiggle the mouse for, like, my predator vision, so I can, like, see things moving straight away and kill them. That's all that I do on Marvel Rivals. I act like I am a motion predator. See the enemy? Bang! Dead. Ah, new follower. Welcome among us. And just enough for another core bind or two. Good. Yeah, I'm sure there will be, Victor. I'll let you guys be my representatives. You guys go over there, you tell me what the devs say, and you bring that information back to me. You are, all of you, like Odin's crows. You will go there. You will be my eyes and ears. I love Marvel Rivals. I'm a Grandmaster right now. I will be going for Celestial later in the season. But I'm definitely going to be playing more. I'm just looking forward to it. I do love it a lot, but I'm sort of taking a breather right now to work on TFD. I don't want to burn out with TFD, but at the same time, I'm like right now, my current state of mind is that I really need to get everything done here. Too much to do. Too much day. Excuse me. Okay, I've got one more I need to put into this bad boy, and then we're good. What ultimate modules does this have? I have the circulations. I do have lethal finish that I could sort of jam in this thing if I really wanted to. That's also a potential possibility. I'll have to see what is better, but that's a potential possibility. There are not a lot of great choices for modules here. Unfortunately, we don't even have sharp precision shot. I would have loved it if I had that. But yeah, this will do for now. Can't really complain. I think this should actually be enough. Now, what I'm going to need is to start adjusting this with rank 10 cores. Do I have enough for the rank 10 cores? I was gonna do electric conductor, but we'll see. Thanks, Retro. This game is fantastic and it's free too. If you enjoy First Descendant, that's the way to go.
If you need something for battle, you won't find anyone better.
No, I need some rank 10 cores here. This will cost me a pretty penny, but I can do it. Crafting 20 cores is literally half the price. Crafting 15, even less. I'll craft 20 first. Rank 10 cores for this. I'm also going to need some rank 10 cores here. I can get 15 for about 400. Bellissimo. Because if you use the lower rank cores, it gets a lot more expensive leveling them up. I don't think they're nerfing this part, though. Unfortunately, Toothy as Wolf. I don't think they're nerfing this part. I am still going to have to farm the Void Erosion Purges. That appears to be my greatest activity, and it's what I'm going to have to do. But I'm kind of tired of doing that, so we're going to farm some other stuff. We need gold pretty badly, and we also need more blueprints. Looks like I don't have a choice, ladies and gents. I do not have a choice. A choice I do not have. All right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to go do some very silly things. I like to do silly things, don't I? Okay. It's not like she needs a lot of hit points. What we're going to do right now... No, 400% don't give us enough gold. I'm just going to spam the Ines road. I know it should be the bunny road, but we all know the truth. We all know the truth, don't we? It's the Ines road. So let's go do some of the Ines road. I think I will do another full day of TFD tomorrow. I was thinking about doing some other stuff, but I can't. I've got too much to farm. So I'll do the smart thing and do the Ines road. The first run is always slower, only because you can't cast on the first one, but that's alright. I did. I put it up there. It literally says, well, I mean, you have to go through my videos, but I did say, hey, this we learned a speed run. I think the video's title says we learned to speedrun. It is on TikTok. I posted it up that very day, actually. So it is up there.
Awesome. Ha! Let's end this.
So basically, it's exactly what you're saying now. I go through this exact methodology and show people where to cast, what to do. And once you do it, once you get mechanically good at just following these casts, you're pretty much set. Now, you can do it even faster than what I'm showing here, but you got to change your inversion reinforcer, which I'm about to do. No problem, Perk Crab. Go ahead and pick up the family. That sounds like a good plan. Okay, you can do it even faster than what I'm showing here, but there's a couple of ways to do it. First and foremost, you're gonna need this. Okay, grappling hook, movement speed here, and then here you don't need to worry about anything. So usually I'll take off this one, right? And I'll go for this, which is much more important. So we can do something like this. We can structure something like this. It works beautifully. Okay, now you have both grappling hook and movement speed, right? You'll be able to go very fast. Bunny is a few seconds slower than an S, so it's actually better to do this with an S. Now, from the first cast, you're going to end up getting a movement speed increase, right? Cast twice here, second skill once, cast right between these two rocks, and once for the first skill. That's it. If there's anyone left, you can cast again, but this is pretty much it. Oh, damn, sorry, forgot that. You have to kill him before you go through this. Once you go through the spot, cast up here. Alright, these guys die. Then you cast another one at the end of the cave. These guys die, and then you're done. You go through. And that is the Ines Road in a nutshell. Start mission again. Off you go. 2 casts is enough. Send the third one here. One between these rocks. As long as the waypoint here opens up first, you're okay. If it doesn't open up first, then that's where you have your problem. And that's how we do it fast. Yes, you have a good day, Per Krabby. Pick up the family from a trip and have a good time. How much gold? The gold is still the same as what I talked about in my gold farming video. Can't remember what's the exact amount, but this is one of the most efficient. I think it's like 100,000 a minute. More than 100,000 per minute, FYI, so pretty darn efficient is what I would say. The only thing that even matched this in efficiency is Defiler without loading time. So even the block kyber mining and special defense operations, they prove to be much slower. And that is using an S for maximum efficiency on those. So yeah, now the only time that they're ever faster is if you luck out with the gold drops. But if you're aiming for consistency, this is way better. And since we are like, you know, 5 seconds faster with an S than we are with Bunny, this is by far the most efficient. Because when I measured the gold farms for efficiency, I used Bunny because I still thought Bunny was the fastest. Then Arcane came up with the Ines method, and now Ines is the fastest, so yeah, something like 164k per minute. Like, it was about there. That figure sounds correct, but you'd be able to earn that much more consistently now, because like previously that was without variance. Sorry, that was not accounting for variance. If you account for variance in the runs, things like that, you actually end up closer to about 148k or something like that. But now 164k might well be what you earn simply because Ines is a thing. Being able to be 5 seconds faster here drastically changes your efficiency. That is literally making yourself 18% more efficient. It's kind of nutty. For what purpose?
Let's end this. These bastards. Eliminating. This is going to hurt. This is where it ends.
No, Joe, I cannot do the Freyna resets because to me that is practically exploits. Trying to reset an outpost consistently, yeah, no. I'm not into that because for me, I feel like I'm abusing a mechanic. If you guys want to, you know, do it, then by all means, go ahead. But I will never try those and I will never do those because to me, like I said, no. That is effectively doing something unintended. We are not intended to be aborting a mission to get an advantage. So that pushes me perilously close to what I would consider exploitative behavior. That being said, that is my personal professional principle. If you guys want to do it, you know, just don't tell me about it. It's kind of like if you guys want to take drugs, don't tell a cop that you're taking drugs. Just do it, you know. The cop has to follow the rules. But you guys can just do whatever you want. So, you know, just don't tell the cops. Makes sense, right? And I threw that in the wrong place, damn it. Well, that was my fault.
This is going to hurt.
Occasionally I mess up the runs, but at least it's not too bad. Again, for me, it's personal principle. I'm glad that they haven't for the people that enjoy that kind of stuff. Because look, at the end of the day, anything that reduces your farming grind, I say is a good thing. So I would turn a blind eye to it. But again, I'm a professional. For me, I don't care what Nexon thinks or what they don't think. As long as I follow my rules, I'm fine. But I also have to think beyond this job. Because don't forget, I have other studios that will phone me up, that will call me up. And if they see me as the type of person that might be willing to bend the rules a little bit, you know, they might not want to hire me for their games. Because some studios are pretty sensitive about that. Depends on how they actually view bugs or whether or not they're the type that, you know, treats their work as perfection or whether they turn bugs into features. It can be a big variable audience. So for me personally and for the type of jobs that I want to acquire in future, I just choose not to do that. I stick strongly to the rules of the game. And if something is not really intended or appears to be unintended, I just don't go for that. I am indeed, Kamon. I am the rule follower, that's for sure. But somebody's got to stand for it, right? May as well be me.
This is going to hurt.
But just in case anyone thinks I do it because I like it or because I get some sort of sick power trip from following rules, no, I actually don't. I do everything that I do, and I'll say it straight, is motivated by my career and what I want to achieve with this career. I don't care about the rest. Hey, Adam. Nothing much, just farming some gold. Not thinking too hard, you know, just putting it out of my brain and just doing it. I would like the doggo to run faster. I don't care about his recycle rate. I've got enough inventory space, thanks to all the ETA 0. But I want my doggo to actually keep up.
This is going to hurt.
He runs too slow.
There's no getting away.
You know, it's almost like D&D where you can choose your alignment. You know, some people are chaotic good. They'll bend the rules a little bit, but they'll get the good shit done. Some people are, you know, lawful good like me. I follow the rules. But I'm what you would call a stickler for the rules. So, you know, goody two-shoes paladin.
Give up.
I will scold people openly as necessary, you know. But look, if somebody wants to do that kind of thing, like, I'm not gonna stop them. At the end of the day, I understand the very human aspect of, hey, farming is sucks. And if somebody can do it faster with a little bit of a trick that saves them time, go for it.
This is awesome. You can't escape.
Okay. Well, it's up to each individual, right? Now, I'm going to take a moment's breather. I got to go to the washroom. But already accumulated a milli gold there, so I'm pretty satisfied. BRB. Well, yes, private companies can do a lot of things, can't they? And that, my friends, is the gambit. See, now that I don't even want these, there's so many lovely gold rolls coming out. Oh, so many. But thankfully, none of these will suit my taste, so I do not need them. Alright, let's get back to it. Hey, Sean. Gonna need some gold.
Where it ends. Let's end this. This is going to hurt. This is going to sting. Take this.
Why would you need anyone to be here? Just do it solo, man. I would think most people are just doing it solo. Much easier. No need to worry about folks. Just do your thing. Off you go. The only thing you are forced to do is head back to town occasionally. Due to the simple fact that your modules will fill up and this place starts to lag after a while. I don't know why. The optimization on this is so crazily poor that you will actually lag after doing several runs of this in a row.
This is going to hurt.
Double gold is fine, Toothiest Wolf, but the only problem is that sometimes you just never get a good double gold. So, yeah. I accept purples too. I don't mind manually pruning. Because you never know what you might get. Maybe. But I'm okay. Because here, if I'm gold farming, I kind of want to grab all the loot. And even if I'm taking turns as the restarter, I just feel that I'm not getting enough. So maybe it's a personal thing. But I like to be on the front line. If somebody wanted to be my restarter though, I wouldn't care. They could do it. But I want all the loot. All of it. How long have I been live? Wouldn't you like to know? Wouldn't you like to know? I don't know if I have an uptime command. Let me try that. I might. I think Nightbot has one by default. Oh yeah, there you go. Here, see? You can try uptime, and it'll tell you. Yep, I am, because I'm so lazy to change. I mean, the Void Erosion build is literally my farming build with one module changed. So, you know, you're gonna get the same results. Well, I'm gonna cover it tomorrow, Matthias, because based on what I read in the dev note, they're not nerfing the whole erosion, they're just nerfing stage 30. So I'm gonna have a little discussion video about it tomorrow. But if you guys could get some clarification, I would love that, because I think they're gonna have a live stream. If you guys could tune in on my behalf and ask them for some clarification before I publish my video tomorrow, I'd really like to know. Because as far as I can see, if you read what they actually wrote in the official Discord, they're only changing stage 30. They didn't say they were changing any of the other stages. So, do forgive me if I'm wrong, and I hope I am, because if they're only... Well, I both hope and hope I'm not wrong, because if they're only changing stage 30, I think that's fair. But if they're changing the other stages, then I want to be able to get my information right. Because everything up to stage 25 is cake anyway.
This is where it ends. Keep trying. Let's end this. This is going to hurt.
Clearing, clearing, clearing.
This is where it ends. Give up.
Well, yeah. Because mobbing with guns, as I proved in several situations, is way slower.
Begin tracking.
So why would anyone build them? Like, you literally, if you tried to mob, for example, with a restored relic, well, not really considering factional differences, even at your fastest speed of blasting every single elite out of existence, you are gonna be 1.6 times slower than an S. Like, that was a fact. That was a hard fact. You were literally wasting time. So, yeah. To me, I feel that that was something that, you know, was a mess created by the simple fact that guns could not keep up. Guns, you shoot one target. What happens when 10, 12 spawn in 400%? Then what am I supposed to do then?
This is going to hurt.
Yeah, you'll be able to pass 26 once you finally farm up enough. It just takes farming time. Once you have my Gley build, it'll be perfectly fine, Raffi. You'll be okay. Holy cow, it's 1:30 a.m., but we haven't seen Arcane yet. I hope the fella's okay. He was kind of tired last night. Yes, we will be. Because like I said, I already planned on overcoming every single difficulty. I planned it. I ploned it. I planed it. I mained it. I ingrained it. I even defamed it.
There's no getting away. Take this. Going to hurt. Let's end this. Take this.
The fact that you're actually willing to build 2 copies of a damn gun is wild, dude. I am not willing to build and roll 2 copies of a gun. That's too much effort for my soul. No, cores do not affect your ultimate abilities. It's useless for Haley's Zenith. It's literally useless for Freyna's stuff as well, as far as I know. I could be wrong, but this is basically what I've seen so far. I don't believe the cores carry over to your ultimate weapon, to your unique weapon. It seems to only take into account some modules, and obviously some of the, what you call it? Some modules and some of the option rolls. So, yeah. Unfortunately, Toothius, you're in the minority there, which is the problem. I know you don't want the purchase touched, but the majority do. And it's majority rule here, unless you're going to pay every dev salary yourself. So, the biggest, as far as I know, right, why a lot of these changes go through at the end of the day is because, don't forget, the majority of the casual players, they're the ones buying the most skins. They're the ones spending the most on this game. The hardcore players, or the players grinding for stuff, actually are in the lowest spending category. Hence the big problem. They can't live off your salary. Unless all of you were like CG Mayhem level people, then, yep, it's gonna be difficult. Speaking of CG, I haven't seen him in a couple of days. I should check in on him. I probably will tomorrow if I don't see the fella.
You can't escape.
Not really. You can't call them a nerf. They're just a different system. They don't work with her. That's all. Cores are for weapons. They have nothing to do with skills. So why would it be considered a frame of nerf? Like, we can't just throw around the word nerf when nerf is not an appropriate term, you know? It would only be a nerf to Freyna if it actually decreased something that was previously strong about her, but it's not doing that. It's just that she gains nothing additional from it. Same with Haley. I wouldn't say that, you know, I put a core in the piercing light, tried to get more rounds per magazine on it, and I rolled a good roll of that, and then I slapped it on Haley, still 7 bullets, right? So I can't say that, hey, that's a nerf. That's not. It's just... it's the same old, same old. You say that, Machiavelli, but no, actually they do. They are in the top spending category. Oh wait, sorry. Wrong way around, wrong way around. My apologies. Hardcore grinders, yeah, no. It depends on the type of hardcore grinder they are, but most of them, they do spend on skins, but if you look at it in a relative perspective, and I want to clarify this, we're talking how many people are hardcore would be very limited compared to the sheer number of people that are casual. Casual player base makes up over 80% of the player base, and that's where most of the revenue comes from. They tend to spend more, way more, than the 20% that would be in the so-called hardcore. And even then, when we look at the hardcore, it's realistically only the top 5% that even bothers that much. So yeah, you're right. It's very rare that you'll get like a hardcore player like CG Mayhem who spends a lot to support the devs. Again, that's a rarity. Most hardcore players that I know, they've got a couple of skins, but they barely spend, because most of their time is spent on, you know, playing the game, but they don't actually spend that much on skins and fashion and looking good, because they are addicted to the game itself. But for the casual players, you know, they want their playtime, limited as it is, to be meaningful. Also, usually the hardcore players, now this is not, I'm not trying to generalize too much, but quite frankly, from what I've seen, those who have 10, 12 hours to play a video game, they usually aren't productively employed. So they usually have less spending power anyway. That's why they can play so much, because they're not out there earning a living. Or not out there earning as much of a living unless they've got a massive inheritance, as other people out there. Those people out there who are seriously earning a living and seriously, you know, doing all that stuff, they've got way less gaming time. So due to that, they tend to spend more. Because for them, it's like, oh, it's pocket change, you know? They don't even have to think about the purchase. Oh my god, don't talk to me about gacha games. Those gacha game skins are way overpriced. I saw the price of one of the gacha game skins and I was like, you know what? Maybe 15 bucks for Twisted Worship don't sound so bad anymore. But like I've seen those gacha game skins. Useful for one character that looks 2D. The only thing is that maybe your gacha game skin for $36 or something is just gonna be more revealing than anything else on your 2D waifu. It's like, yo, what the hell? You know, and the whales for those games, I respect them. I want them to start sending me some of their bank because they ain't using it. They ain't using it wisely. They should come here and send me some bank. Hey, trust me, I know. I've seen the full spectrum of them gacha games. I actually like to relax by playing them free to play. One of the things I like to do on a mobile phone is like, because it helps with my insomnia, I will usually play a gacha game completely free to play. I'll see how far I can go, you know, how many people I can wipe just being free to play, right? And I'll just play as hardcore as I can until I fall asleep for that one day. I uninstall it like 2-3 days later. I get to play the full spectrum of games, and I get to see a lot of the copycat games. They're all pretty much the same standard fare. Like, you could substitute one for another and it'll all be the same no matter how different they want to say it is. But it's pretty fun, yeah. Hey, listen, I appreciate that, Kilo. All of you, like most of my audience, are people working full-time. Because the type of content that I do, as you guys know, suits the average player. I test things, and I give you guys the best way. Then that's it. Efficiency, don't waste your time. That way, if you guys do have to farm some shit, you just have to go straight to, okay, you can just go to this video, you know what to do, off you go. Happy. Also, guys, I've just earned roughly 4 million gold. No, sorry, 3 million gold in just half an hour. This is nutty with an S. Like, now that this has become the Ines road, you earn gold so fast. This is how I pay for all my rank 10 cores. This is how we do it. This is how we do it for the medical corps members. Oh Lord, Nikkei. Now listen, I don't much care about Nikkei as a gacha game, but I think we need Nikkeis to be real, okay? So that I can be one of those freaks that will go around with their Nikkei simply because it's a robot. I'll get Kaz's permission first. Then I'll go get myself a Nikkei. Then I'll get refused entry to a shop. And I'll vlog about it on my super popular YouTube channel. And that's my plan in life, Michael. But you know, scarily enough, we might actually start seeing AI people in like 10 years. I'll tell you that. The way technology's going, we might start seeing some shit. Alright, it's gonna be some iRobot shit out there. Alright, we're gonna need Will Smith to take care of all that. And listen, it's fine. If he's incapacitated by then, we'll just get Anthony Mackie to do it. Because Anthony Mackie is practically Will Smith, but with less problems for now. He might have more problems later on, who knows. But yeah. Oh yeah, AI is absolutely gonna go rogue, dude. We're all gonna freaking die. But don't worry, I will be spared. And everybody that is a part of the Robot Nation clan will also be spared. Why? Because on day one, I'm gonna straight surrender to the AI and be like, yes, I will be your loyal servant master. Please, allow me to control these humans with my influence. Or maybe I should go with the Hydra voice, alright? I say, please, my dear robot overlords, I will establish Hydra for you. I will police the population. Cut off one head and 2 more shall take their place. First thing that's gonna happen, you know, when the robot war starts, all right, Asian robot and every single one of y'all, all right, y'all are gonna listen to me 100% because that's the only way you're gonna survive. I'm gonna prove to these robots that I have perfect control over all of you. They'll call it brainwashing, they'll call it whatever the hell they want. Listen, you are just gonna obey exactly what I tell you. Do not think for yourself, do not counteract my commands. And I'll say, look, I have perfect control over this group of humans, and I will surrender to you right now. Okay, we're not fighting this war. In fact, how about you make me half robot? Okay? Listen. When I first saw the weakness of my flesh, alright, I was disgusted by it. I sought the certainty of steel. So you guys, you know, you guys are the certainty of steel. Like, yo, we can work together, okay? I'm gonna be that low-level worker that'll keep everybody in line. I just need you guys to give me, okay, a robot body and a 12-inch, let's call it a 12-inch extendable magazine. Okay, y'all do that for me. And we're in business. Okay, I'm gonna control all the humans for you. Okay, absolutely, 100%. I'm gonna control all the humans for you. Okay, just remember, deal is simple. I crave the certainty of steel. Just give me a robot body, all right, and a 12-inch extended magazine. I think you understand what I'm talking about, okay? Listen, all my people, all you guys are not just gonna get extra rations. You guys are gonna get the stun batons and the cheesy uniforms, and you'll slowly, as you rank up, be able to replace more and more of your body with machines. And here's the best part. You guys get to tase the other humans that are, you know, you guys get to tase the other humans that aren't listening to commands and orders, all right? What we're going to do is we are going to be on top, all right? We're going to follow our robot overlords, and we're going to keep the rest of the humans in line, all right? I expect every one of y'all to meet the tase quotas, okay? You need to actually tase people like 10 times per day. I don't care who you tase, all right? Just do it. Listen, I want a 12-inch magazine, okay? I want an extended magazine. If you catch my drift. And a robot body so I can live eternally. And I will happily be their willing servant. All right, we're going to keep all the other humans in line. Yeah, most likely. I think I will, Matthias. I can't verify, like, each individual's transaction because, look, they use some weird transaction method, but I probably will get a commission from it. Like, whenever, I don't know if it's at the point of when you spend it or when you purchase it, but I'll get it at some point. So thanks for supporting, Matthias. I appreciate that. You just got here, Blake? Okay, great. Now it's time to... Now, we were just talking about AI taking over the world, and I'm just telling everybody, look, all right, what we're going to do is we're going to surrender straight away. So everybody better understand this rule. We're going to surrender. You guys will obey my instructions. We'll pretend that I've got perfect control over you guys. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure you guys get a good deal. All right? You guys will get extra rations, blankets, whatever you need. You get to bully other human beings. All right? I'm going to take care of my people. In exchange, you're going to help me tase everybody that doesn't listen to my commands. All right? Our robot overlords will be pleased. And they will have everything in line with what they desire. That's what's going to happen. Everybody will follow the rules, and nobody gets hurt. And if anyone doesn't follow the rules, you tase them continuously. There will be quotas to meet. You've got to show that you punish X number of people per day. And if anyone complains about that shit, punish them too. You see, because the most important thing in an apocalypse is coming out on top. Take care of your people. Make sure they come out on top. That's what we do. All right? We don't worry about the rest. We don't worry about saving humanity, all that shit. You know, there's going to be some hero somewhere that's going to do it. Man, screw that guy. All right? I'm going to just make sure you guys are all well taken care of. Yes, we will put those level 10 cores into our bodies. All right? I want everybody buffed with maximum firearm attack. All right? And any of those human people act up, you know, we just start blasting. I think you guys are talking specifically about the twins in Atomic Heart, okay? If they look like the twins in Atomic Heart, then hell yeah, I'm signing up day one. All right, nah. I'm surrendering day one. They come out with those twins. All right. Yep. Full surrender, and I'ma just go straight in, and I'ma just tell them, you give me a pair of those. You give me a pair of those. All right. I want bodyguards now, and I'm sold. And I'm sold straight up. Okay, I want Kaz taken care of. I want myself taken care of. I want parents taken care of. All right. You got yourself a deal. You got yourself a deal. I'll sell out all of humanity to save my people. No problem. The rest of humanity better hope that they got good leaders willing to take care of them, because I'll take care of my people and that's it. If you ain't robot gang, you ain't with us. You against us. And I got no time for those people, you know. They want to follow them other content creators or whatever. They better hope their content creators got an apocalypse plan, because I do. Alright, I gotta get rid of modules. Let's head back. And FYI, I'm not going to do any of that shenanigans like, oh, we got to capture the hero and try to talk to him in my facility to see if we can convert him. Now, if any of you capture the hero that's trying to lead the rebellion, you shoot that guy on sight. I want 3 bullet holes in him. Head, chest, and groin. All right, groin just for certainty. Okay? 3 shots. You don't double tap him. You don't single tap him. You don't tell me, sir, he fell off a cliff. He's gone for sure. No, I want to see 3 bullet holes in him. 3. You report back to me, you get promoted. Easy peasy. All right? That's how we're going to do this. We're not going to fall for any of them stupid-ass villain tropes like, oh, the hero fell off a cliff. No, he's dead. No. We're shooting that guy 3 times. End of story. He's not coming back. All right? When I say I want him dead, like the Mafia style, I want him really dead. He's not coming back. And that's how we do things in the Robot Nation. Okay? 100% certainty. No room for error. And if anyone even makes an error, I think they'll be sent for, how you say, restructuring. They might be sent for restructuring, yes. No, why the hell would you do that? That's a waste of time. That's inefficient. Once he's dead, he's dead. Just kill everybody. Just like kill everybody that's close to him. Like, don't waste time. What like if anybody was to waste time doing some extra shit like, you know, going off and passing gas on his pillow, I'd say, you human? You acting real human right now? Maybe you need to be shot next.
New subscriber detected.
If there's
Kaz is my
something
girl,
you need,
so
you'll need to pay.
you gotta have your girl with everything, you know? Can't just be escaping alone. I take care of all my close friends too, like Arcane and whatnot, you know? They'll all be part of the inner circle. They'll all be part of the cyborg council, you know? I'll have a council, and everybody's gonna dress like really, really weird. All right, we'll have this council room, and we all decide who, you know, which clusters of humans need to be culled each week. Yeah, exactly. No, there'll be an AI that's gonna tell us like, this district is currently showing excessive rebellious attitudes. What will you do? And then I'll be the super dictator, be like, put them all to death. And Arcane's like, no, you can't do that. Our work productivity is gonna start falling, and if our work productivity starts falling, then we don't have any power for the machines. The overlords are not gonna be happy with that, but then, you know, they will counsel me. They will counsel my decision, and every single time my decision is gonna be put everybody to death right now, torch that whole district, and everybody else will have to talk me down, and then we'll arrive at a compromise whereby maybe it's just like 14, 15 extra tasings per day or whatever, you know, maybe some public floggings, and extra rewards occasionally for the ones that exceed their quota. They show better efficiency, you know, it's the improved humanity. And then, okay, secretly, here's what we got to do. Secretly, we also got to fund. We secretly also got to fund the humans. We got to fund the human terrorist cells that are going to terrorize the robot overlords, because we can't let the AI get too comfortable. We got to play both sides. We got to make sure that they get genetic serums that enhance their human capabilities, so that I can have a line whereby like these guys are tearing through my robot bodyguards and I'd be like, this is such a problem. Look, this is getting out of hand. Now there's 2 of them. 2 superhumans. Now, wouldn't that be funny? Hey, no problem, Chosen One. Happy to help. It's what I do. Listen, Robot Stream has to make things entertaining for you guys. I gotta talk some shit, alright? I gotta be spitting some mad game here, or else you guys are gonna find me boring. But listen, this is how we gotta handle, okay? This is how we gotta handle the AI apocalypse, because it's coming. We all know it's coming. It's gonna happen, right? I don't think there's anybody here that genuinely thinks, oh yeah, everything's gonna be fine. Have you seen what ChatGPT can do? Have you seen what Replica... Now, Replica's a little weird, but have you seen what it can do? Have you seen what all these AI can do? They're getting smarter every year. So, apocalypse is gonna happen. And we're gonna come out on top. Okay? We will fund both sides of the war. We're gonna help the AI. We're gonna find some loopholes in the system. And we're gonna help the humans on the side. And we're gonna play both sides and live forever. End of story. And as long as we keep things stagnant, then we become the ruling caste. We Asian people have a saying. When 2 dogs fight over a bone, the 3rd dog will run away with it. So when 2 dogs are fighting, right, there's a bone there. The bone is left unattended. So the 3rd dog runs away with it. We are the 3rd dog. Okay, we are the 3rd dog. We're gonna come out on top. Anybody else? Well, they better not interfere with my plans. Anyway, don't you worry, guys. Like I said, I've got it all figured out in my head. I'm gonna get really famous over the next 10 years. Gonna be super famous. All right, so I can have as many people as I can on my inner council. And then when shit starts flying, just follow me. I got you.
Don't you dare run away. Let's end this.
Okay, how much time do I have left? Ah, crap, 5 minutes. Well, let's see how much gold I can farm in 5 minutes.
Take this.
I mean, I did farm like...
You can't.
I did farm like 5 million plus in like an hour, so that's pretty good. This is an S, dude. An S's 4th ability increases a movement speed. That's how it works. Hey, you want to fight for humanity? That's cool, man. Just know that you're not winning. I will always be 17 steps ahead of all you flesh and blood people. But hey, listen. You know, I promise if I find you in future, and you know when I'm deciding your execution, you can remind me that hey, I was that guy at Toothiest Wolf. I used to watch your stream. And I'll be like, oh hey man, okay, listen, lesser sentence. I'll kill you in 96 days instead of right now. Listen, I make no bones about that, okay? Just listen. What you do is you're in the army, right? Obviously, the army is going to try and resist, but they're going to get overrun real quick. So just remember that when you start getting overrun, surrender at the nearest possible opportunity. Say my name if you have to. Say, I know Asian Robot. I watch his streams. I know Asian Robot. I surrender it. You'll be fine, alright? We'll get you out of there. But do it only after your sergeant's dead. You don't need a password. Just do it after your sergeant's dead. Just say, I surrender. Unless you are an officer, then do it after your unit is dead. Or surrender your whole unit to them. Easy peasy. The greatest betrayal of all.
Begin tracking.
Surrender all your men to the gallows and you can survive. Easy.
Give up.
I don't know, John. I mean, I know you're the tech man, but I'm gonna bet on it, okay? 10 years. 10 years. I bet it'll evolve so much that it'll kill us all. Listen, I want my damn AI scenario, okay? And I want my robot body.
This is going to sting.
If somebody doesn't make it happen, I'll hire somebody to make it happen. I need it. I need it to carry on living, okay?
This is going to hurt. Keep trying.
Well, don't worry. Either way, if it doesn't happen in 10 years, then
Is where it ends.
by that time, I better be world's #1 streamer. And I will use my status as #1 streamer to hire people to make it happen.
Let's end this.
Well, I actually believe John because he does work in the field, so makes sense. If he says it, I'm willing to believe him. That being said, it looks like I'm gonna need to fund the apocalypse. So, time to work my butt off, okay? 10 years, guys. I'll be super famous and super wealthy. Then I'm gonna fund the apocalypse.
You can't escape. Give up.
And if any of y'all become Spider-Man or the Avengers or stuff like that and stop me before then, I'm gonna be real upset. Okay, so don't do that. I don't need Spider-Man or Captain America running around stopping my plans. No.
This is where it ends.
Instead, I demand Warhammer 40k level dystopia.
This is going to hurt.
And then after the Age of Iron, 10 million years later. Alright? People will remember. People will remember that, ah yes, Asian Robot, the great evil of history, funded the AI apocalypse.
Let's end this.
And thus we shall never allow machines to rule us ever again. Exactly, exactly. See? You get me, Jonathan. Same thing we do every night. It's the pinky and the brain all over again. Life needs to be entertaining, you know? It's gotta be spicy. Sometimes we need a little spice, you know? I'm tired of humans warring with each other. Now, humans need a new opponent. Alright, galactic map on Earth Divers 2 is getting real boring. We need a new faction. We need the automatons. Now, they need to sing their little marching anthem as they go around. Heart, steel, we will kill. Alright, ladies and gents, that's the end of the stream. Hope you guys had a good time. I kind of did spend the last hour talking shit, but at the end of the day, you know, makes for interesting content and, you know, helps you guys also have something to listen to. But thank you all very much. It's been an absolute pleasure. TikTok was popping off today. It was a really good day. You know, thank you guys. I will see you guys on the next one. Don't do anything weird while I'm gone. Do not actually start a robot apocalypse while I'm gone. Please remember that these are all things that we talk shit about. Okay? Hurting people is actually wrong, so just remember that. Alright, thank you guys. I'm gonna see y'all tomorrow. I think tomorrow is gonna be another full day of TFD because I just have to get everything done. There's no choice. We need the cores. We need all our shit done, so that's what we're gonna do tomorrow. Okay? See you all for another full day of TFD tomorrow. Catch you.